So, where are we? We're on our way to Thornwood.
We're currently in Thornwood. We just left our beautiful lady who has these awesome fucking pets that we want to get eventually. And we were going to go and talk to Lady Pine.
Oh, wait, I just remembered who's in Thornwood, though.
It's not Pine.
Who?
Tolwick.
No, it's not. It's Lady Tolwick, isn't it?
Lady Tolwick, that's right.
But the love of Luther's life is in Thornwood, I just remembered.
Oh, that girl.
The bricklaying girl. And now I'm a
17.
sheriff, you know?
That's true.
Yeah.
You can make an honest lady out of her.
Maybe I'll come back and give her an ogre head.
All right.
Sure
we'll wait for the morning and we'll head to go see Lady Tolwick is the goal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we wake up in the
you
morning.
Remember that girl that I had fucked you over on?
Remember her? I can't stop thinking about her.
I mean, she lives here. We could go kidnap her and bring her back.
The fuck are you talking about? You stay away from Bernie. You stay away from her.
Whatever. I give a shrug.
You're lucky you've still got your head on your shoulders after that. If you weren't family.
You're lucky you got your dick in your pants after you're fucking all these Thornwoodian girls.
I don't even think. Wait, did I even get to sleep with her?
No.
No.
No, she passed out. No, wait, did I? No, I don't think I did. God damn it.
I don't think Luther's been laid once.
Nope.
That's not true. That's not true. I just don't shout about it like you. Yeah, so I get my... Wait, did I come on my horse? Or...
No, we rode in
we took a
carriage.
Carriage. We took a carriage.
Yeah.
I get my gear on, my chainmail. I've got my jacket over my chainmail. I've got my sheriff's badge. Mm-hmm. I've got my greatsword, which is a bit of a pain to carry without a horse.
Mm-hmm.
How do you carry a greatsword?
You can carry it out your side, and it'll just sort of stick out behind you at a steeper, a more shallow angle. You could put it over your shoulder if you want.
In the scabbard.
Mm-hmm.
Luther's pretty big. I think I can put it over my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
That, to me, looks more badass.
You could also hold it like this in the scabbard, you know?
Yeah, true. Yeah, give it some of them. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So I've got my greatsword on my back. How does a sheath like that work? Is it like over the shoulder sort of thing? Like a strap over your shoulder?
So you're going to need it to be able to... The sheath will need to... If my arm is your back and my palm is your face, you need it to be able to flex so that when you pull it, it can come up, and so you can slide it out. So it's more attached at the top and kind of loose and flopping on the backside, which is like inconvenient, but at a walking pace is reasonable.
So I would have issues like sprinting.
Probably.
But if
I got a good idea for a sheath.
But if I'm sprinting in combat, I've got it in my hands. So
you probably have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Neil, so a sheath like this, right? Okay. Now imagine you have a little buckle here that like goes around, okay, and then the sword goes in, but this area right here is all the slit until you get down to the end. So then you unbuckle it and you only have to pull it like a little bit out before you get to the slit, and then you can like go like that. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
So
the
it's kind
sword
of
would be originally like this.
Yeah.
But then it would be like this as you were pulling it.
And you're
out.
able to like shing.
You might end up cutting this bit with the blade though.
Could.
Yeah, there would definitely be some downsides to something like this. It would make it faster to draw. It wouldn't protect the blade from like rain, for example. So it could get wet and other stuff. But you know, if you're polishing your sword and you're oiling it all the time, who cares?
Send me back to the Middle Ages. I got
Imagine you've
ideas.
got your sheath like this. And then so like the direction of pulling it would be like that. And then on your belt you have these two buckles that kind of secure the sheath. Okay. And then you've got like studs on the buckles.
All right,
that
Jeff.
nobody else can, so no one can grab your sword. Thank you. I hope chat saw that.
Are you pleased with this one?
I am.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, but you're in Thornwood. It is a spring day. The gentle rains are coming down. Americans would probably love it. Us Western Americans would love it. I think you British people would fucking hate it.
No, it's miserable. The ground is muddy. All my shit's getting dirty. The rain's on my face. I've got limited hair, so it's like going down like over my eyes and stuff. And we're walking through the town towards where the camp was, that what now is like a half-built fort.
Now it's a palisade wall going up, a proper fortress.
I have some pretty walking back towards this place. I've got some pretty negative feelings.
Oh, Luther, you remember when they
linked
almost
to it.
killed us here? That was
Yeah.
awesome.
Almost doesn't even feel that long ago.
I'm gonna
Let's
go
not.
pay a visit to that old fucking man.
We should. How do you want to handle Lady Tulwick?
I mean, she's not gonna go against Lord Shacklebrook. We did our time. We're doing our time right now. We're functioning members of society now.
Listen, it's in the interests of Cauldron that we maintain decent relations with Thornwood. So try not to upset her too much, please.
Okay.
I say, knowing that that probably isn't going to work, but I say it anyway. Yeah, we walk up to the palisade wall, Neil. Is there guards on it?
Yeah, there's a gateway, like a front door where people can walk in and out. There's some workmen coming through, a couple of guards watching the gate, and there is a youngish woman, mid-20s, standing next to the guards, pleading with them over something.
All right, I slow down and try and listen.
You can come into the conversation when the guard is saying, "Look, ma'am, there's nothing I can do to help you. You have to wait until the colonel is back. After that, maybe something, but there's just nothing we can do." And the woman drops down to her knees. She's got a little basket on one side, heavy canvas pants on, a light shirt. It's getting kind of soaked from the rain. And she drops to her knees in the mud, puddles splashing, drops the basket, hands together, looking up at this guard here. "Please, it's absolutely important. Don't you understand the importance of this?" And the guard says,
"Lady?
"There's nothing I can do. You have to wait until the colonel gets back. I'm sorry." And then he looks over at you guys and is like, "Next, come on."
I'll ask the lady what she needs.
She looks to you. She looks to
I have my sheriff
Luther.
badge on.
Yeah, I help her up off her feet.
Celinda. Lady Celinda of Shirebrook. She's been kidnapped. She's been taken by monsters. Please.
Lady Celinda. I think back. We must have known who this was.
I'll give you an int check, Neil.
Yeah, give me an int. Lady Celinda was the healer wizard
mate.
apprentice, the half elf from Shirebrook.
The really, really attractive
cool.
one that was healing people. She was teaching people
To swim.
down by the river or something, right? Mm-hmm. And I chatted with her, and then she healed us. Mm-hmm. Lady Celinda. Lady Celinda. I know her.
I know
the
her.
wizard.
That's my girlfriend.
I elbow him.
The guard says, "Look, if you got other business, get out of the way." And he motions for you to leave the wall.
Hey, dickwad. I'll get out of where I want.
I
And I'll walk away.
move the lady away from the gates. You
The
can't rely on these people.
woman
You said
gets
Lady
up.
Celinda? Are you from Shirebrook?
No, she looks to your badge. She looks to Pigeon. No, sir. No, sir. I'm from Thornwood. Well, I live in Thornwood now. I'm originally from Meadstead. You can hear the accent. She's definitely a northerner who's come down here to make a better life for herself.
Well, why are you here pleading for the return of Lady Celinda?
She came to Thornwood. She wanted a guide to take her to the Black Pine Marsh. She was looking for a certain type of lily that only grows in there, and she wanted a local guide. I took her out there yesterday, and while I went to go get water, I came back to the camp, and she was gone. Well, she wasn't gone. She was dragged off. There were clear drag marks away. I followed the drag marks towards the marsh. I saw some things there.
What'd you
What
see?
did you see?
I don't really know how to describe it. A man, but not a man. A
God.
lizard
Fucking
head
werewolves
and,
again?
and
Oh,
arm, human arms, halfling feet, something like that. I fled back to Thornwood. I came here last night. I made it home. I talked to the guards. They said the colonel was out and that they couldn't do anything. And it was so late and I was so exhausted. And we couldn't have done anything that night anyway. So I fell asleep and I came back this morning
Can you get
because.
us back there?
Yes,
Well,
please.
hang
Thank
on.
you. Thank you.
We are the sheriff in Cauldron. We're here for dealing with the ogre problem in Thornwood Forest. Let me and my associate here have a chat. Give me a second. I pull Pigeon away.
We gotta save my girlfriend, Luther.
Wait, she's not your girl. If anything, she's my girlfriend. Okay, she's not your girlfriend. I was the one who spoke to her.
No.
But yeah, maybe
I
we
saw
should
how
say
she
that.
was looking at me.
You know, I mean, Shacklebrook wanted us to get info on Shirebrook anyway. This might be
Yeah,
might be even more beneficial.
We could get her spell book.
She's not going to give you a spell book.
Well, maybe she won't know who took it.
Let's see if we can save her first and then see what happens. You know, she might be worth more as an ally than an enemy.
All right. Let's go.
I go back to the lady. All right, we will find your wizard.
What about the ogres?
Fuck the ogres.
Lady Talwick can handle the ogres without us. I was mostly in it for the trading anyway.
Thank you. We have to go now. She might still be alive.
All right. Well, I'm ready. We've got all our stuff. Wait, we should get some rations.
Mm-hmm. Maybe go back to the inn, pick up your bags. I imagine you probably didn't
Yep.
walk around with all your stuff.
Let's meet right back here.
Yeah, give us 15 minutes.
Thank you.
We go
Thank
grab
you.
our shit, grab rations, and I'll.
You ever heard of the Black Pine Marsh?
Yeah.
You know that was that big swamp we walked past when we went down the road?
Yeah.
So which, oh fuck, that place was huge.
Not as huge as this. Once.
Lizard man with halfling feet. What's that?
Can't wait to see that. That sounds awesome.
Yeah. What do
You know,
we wanna do
halfling
with
feet,
it?
those are lucky. We should get some of them.
That's true. Yeah, we could sell them. We could sell them back in Stromheim. I used to know a guy.
Well, I'm going to keep one.
Yeah.
All right. We get our shit, we go back. I moon the guard, and we leave.
Look at us on a real adventure. Maybe we should tell the guards.
No. Fuck them.
Didn't they were expecting us? I run back, Neil, to the gate.
I just mooned him.
The guy looks at you with that
Listen.
long look of I've had to deal with people like I'm in a public service job. I fucking can't stand
Listen,
it.
buddy. I'm the sheriff from Cauldron. Mm-hmm. And I was coming here to help with the ogres.
I'm sorry.
What do you mean?
The colonel is out. You'll have to wait until she gets back.
Like an NPC.
Jesus. Yeah, I mean, I was here to help with the ogres, but I'm going to go and save this lady wizard. Okay, so if you guys want to wait for us to come back, we'll be
Sir,
we'll be back soon.
the
But
colonel is
otherwise-
already out dealing with the ogres. You'll have to wait till she comes back.
They left without us?
I don't know anything about you. I've heard there's a sheriff in Cauldron. I don't think
This is
anyone
an
knew you were
outrage.
involved.
Well, we traveled a long way, actually. And since we're going to be helping out Thornwood, we need some rations for the journey. Can we take some?
No.
Right you are, sir. Have a nice day.
I moon him again.
He gives a heavy sigh as the players walk away. He looks at the mooning. There's nothing he can
Well,
do
no.
about it. He just grits
go
his
back to
teeth and
Pigeon.
bears it.
I don't think Pigeon had that conversation. Well, he might have lip read it, but I say they were really upset that we're not going to be there. But I told them this was more important. All right, let's
Okay.
go.
You meet back up with the woman. She introduces herself as Clarissa Moss. Now, here's a disturbing trend. Maybe for you, it's not actually a disturbing trend, but a trend that you have absolutely noticed is that common people these days are slapping on last names. There's no way this woman was born as Clarissa Moss, right? You're Luther and you're Pigeon. You don't have last names. This common folk, she's come down here where there ain't no social order and is like slapped on a last name. This isn't the first common folk you've heard who's had a last name.
So there's no confusion here. Like, she's not trying to pretend to be noble. She's just giving herself a name.
She's just
That's
got a second
obvious.
name to it, yeah.
You're certainly moving up in the world. Got a second name.
Well, you know,
House Moss.
gotta advertise your services where you can. Are you ready to go?
This is-
I have enough food for myself and for Lady Celinda if we find her.
We've got.
Come on, let's fucking go.
We've got food. Yeah. So what is this place? The Black Pine Marsh. It's like a swamp.
Yes, it's exactly
Is it
what
dangerous?
it is. Every part of the world's a little bit dangerous, but I guess since she got kidnapped while at the very edge of it, yes, it's dangerous.
It's more dangerous than the Thornwood Forest.
She walks with you. The Thornwood Forest is not actually that dangerous if you know your way around like I do. You leave the city, you cross the moat, you start walking through the woods. You just have to know the land and know the signs.
I've seen a unicorn in the Thornwood Forest. Actually, it was near the Misty River, but yeah.
She stops and looks at you.
It was in the Wispwoods, not the Thornwood Forest, but
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
yeah, it's true.
Really? I've always heard rumors, but I thought that was just the old locals pulling our tail.
No, I saw one recently. They were walking around. They were keeping an eye on me.
Did they help
Could
you?
see right through to his soul.
Did it speak to you?
It didn't speak to us, but it kept watch, kept the goblins from our tail.
God. Could use a creature like that these days.
Keep going.
She picks up the pace.
Well, we're going. Chill.
She was stopping, Luther. You ding nut.
You big oaf. So with this lady, what's her name again now, Neil?
Belinda.
Lady Celinda. She's a wizard, right?
Yes, she's one of the apprentices of Divin Armstrong, the great mage and teacher of King Emmerich McGarry.
I heard he never even trained Emmerich.
She's not able to deal with this lizard man thing, Hobbit herself?
Lady Celinda?
Yeah.
I just saw the drag marks, and then I saw the creatures where the drag marks went. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I wasn't there.
Was there more than one of these things?
Well, I saw one, but I didn't see her, so they must have dragged her into the cave, and the other one was standing guard, I think.
Maybe she fainted, and these are good lizards.
Neil, can we get some torches?
Yeah, you can buy some torches before you leave town.
Yeah.
I think it's a copper a torch.
That's fine.
Can we just roll that into our monthly expenses?
Drop one.
Sure. Just grab as many torches as you want.
Grab whatever you want.
I'm dropping 1 silver. I'm going to carry 10 torches. Do they weigh 1?
They weigh 1 pound each. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have like a fire starting kit.
No. But I assume
You
that's part of our traveling.
Well,
I'll take that as well.
Clarissa will have one. You might want one for yourself if you're doing this sort of work.
How much does that cost? What way? Sorry.
It's like it costs like a couple silver and weighs like 2 pounds, 1 pound.
Lady Moss, you got any elven wine?
No, but a half elf once did teach me how to make wine. Does that count?
No. Those damn half elves, they don't know anything.
Well, they got half
don't
brain.
I don't understand them. They're half human, half elf. It doesn't make any sense. Pick a side.
5 silver, 1 pound. Your box. You know. She shrugs. Better a half elf than an ogre or an orc.
So
Or a dork.
I look around. So what do we have to be on the lookout for here?
Well,
Other
in
than the
this part of the
aforementioned lizard
forest, it's not so bad. The ogres are mostly on the northern part and around the road. Once you get to the southern forest, the real dangers are more the plants than the creatures. You know, if you come across a bear or a lion of some kind, they're by and large fairly friendly or uninterested. You just have to know how to avoid them. All the natural creatures are
lion?
a cougar, panther, lion. We called them lions up in the north. I think the people down here call them panthers. One of the big cats.
Okay. Plants, you say?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't make as much noise. They don't move. They're harder to notice when you accidentally step into a little batch of thistle brine or brush up against a wartwood.
Here or in the marsh?
Here, in the forest.
All right, well, good job we've got a guide with us.
I mean, it's mostly fine. She proceeds to talk to you about the flora and fauna of the Thornwood. It doesn't sound all that bad, like wartwood. You touch it and your skin gets sort of like itchy and bubbly for a little while, for like a couple weeks. It looks like you got a nasty case of warts. It's not life-threatening. You know, thistle brine, sort of a damp plant that has little pokey things that you step through it and like all the pokey things grab onto you and like hitch a ride on your leg and just is really itchy and annoying to get off. There's some problems. But when it talk about the Black Pine Marsh, she will tell you about the Hydra that lives there, or the Hydras that live there. Probably a family that's been living there for, 100 years or 1,000 years or some unknowable amount of time. A few of them move around.
They don't. That's not a real thing.
That's seen a print, and it was either a Hydra or a dragon. And since I don't see anything flying around overhead, it must be a Hydra.
Listen, Cauldron's a pretty dangerous place, and I'm a very accomplished sheriff, but I think even my skills might fall short of defeating a Hydra. So if we see one of them, let's stay out of its way.
Absolutely. Are you kidding?
Everybody knows dragons aren't real.
What do you mean?
What do you mean dragons aren't real?
Until King Imric Magari killed them all.
No, dragons aren't real. You ever seen one?
I did. I watched
When?
one fly over High Castle.
Oh, pish posh.
10 years ago.
High Castle.
10 years ago, I watched Scoria the Red breathe flame down all over northwestern Eridon.
Yeah, I mean, there's
I
no
don't
way you
believe
can
it.
deny Scoria exists.
No,
I
she
saw it with
doesn't.
my own eyes. Thousands of
Imric
people
McGarry,
saw
he's
it.
a fraud. He's not killed a dragon.
He's just winding you up. He does this to people.
Oh, she breathes a sigh of relief.
I think it means he likes you. I'm not sure.
I give her a wink.
She gives a determined trudge down the forest.
So how long you been doing
No,
this guide
why do they
stuff?
keep rolling 20s against you? Jesus fucking Christ, you've got the best luck. You give her a wink. She laughs, blushes, looks away. Terrible.
Beauty check.
Yes.
How into her would I be?
I'm reserved.
Thank you.
12 on the attractiveness scale.
It's pretty good
But-
by your standards, to be fair.
But I don't know what your taste in people's like, because she is an outdoors woman. She's got like thick, muddy canvas pants, a light work shirt that you can sweat through. She's a working class woman. Probably got a couple of dogs.
She ain't no baddie,
Ooh,
that's for
I
sure.
like a dog. All right.
Maybe
I'll flirt
this
with her
is-
on the journey.
Yeah, maybe this is right up your alley.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how long you been doing this guide stuff?
I'm mostly just gather exotic plants, herbs, animal parts.
Any poisons?
I've been known to collect poisons from time to time if needed, as requested.
Oh, we could really
Interesting.
use that as the sheriff and deputy in Cauldron.
You need poison as the sheriff?
Oh, big time.
Oh, I would never have thought. What's it for?
Yeah, we gotta make antidotes.
Oh, well, that's a wholly different thing. I can make antidotes to most of the common poisons found in the area.
It's very
But we need
impressive.
the poisons too.
We do our own research on that.
Yeah, we do our own research on the poisons.
Oh.
Hey,
Like
Lord
on
Sherbrooke
bunnies?
likes to experiment with magic and stuff. You know, he needs all the
Yeah,
poisons.
he's
for
a
that.
wizard, and we've got our own doctor.
Okay.
Yeah. But so, remind me again, this Lady Slender, what was she looking for?
What did I say? I said it earlier, and then it left my brain.
Oh.
A death stool. It's a type of mushroom that grows near the Black Pine Marsh.
You know these things? What are they used for?
They're very mildly poisonous. The name is really overblown. They just have little spots on them that make it look like they've died. Upset stomach, not very good to eat. I don't know of any human reason to have them. They're not a good poison. They're not a good antidote. They're not a good food. But I know some of the
gotta be
local
magic, right?
pixies have an interest in them. The few times I've seen pixies around, one of the times it's been near the death stools.
I tell you what, you are an interesting lady. You certainly get around and see some interesting stuff.
You just have to be quiet and listen.
Yeah. No time for quiet on my end. Got thieves to track down. Bandits to kill.
Well, I really appreciate you coming out. Lady Celinda was under my guidance, and I know she's the wizard, and I'm just the gatherer. But I didn't feel right leaving her alone, and Shirebrook is so far away. I didn't think there'd be time.
No. It's the least we can do. There was once upon a time, I was very wounded in Shirebrook, and Lady Cylinder tended to my wounds.
Oh, you
I
know
might not have
her?
made it. Yeah, we've met. Yeah, briefly. Yeah, over the course of a few days. So I think it's
told
only
you
fair
she's
that
my
you return the
girlfriend.
favor. She's not his girlfriend, but yeah.
I pout.
I think Pigeon's got like some sort of Adam Driver thing going on where you're like, no, but how?
Yeah, he has. It must be the sultry tones of his voice.
All right. Eventually, more than half a day later, she guides you through miles and miles of forest along the edge of the Swampwater River. I think at this point it's probably still the rushing river. It's not the Swampwater until after you get through Black Pine Marsh.
So we're not in the marsh yet. We're
You're
still going
coming
through
down
the Thornwood.
Yeah, you're coming down the river, and you will eventually get to a spot quite near the Black Pine Marsh where she will slow you down and point to the ground where there are prints, the impressions of. Well, Pigeon, you've got a tracking proficiency or half a
time.
tracking proficiency or something like
No,
that.
full one.
You've got a full tracking proficiency. Yeah. You're noticing prints, but they're not even. Like, a person, your feet are the same size, give or take, 2% or something. They'll be like, a size 9 over here and then like a size 3 over here, or like a human footprint and a boot, or like what looks like maybe an elk's trotter and a lizard's like wide splayed thing. You're getting like strange feet combinations, and there's a whole bunch of them. So maybe they're mixed together. Like maybe there's one human and one lizard and one elk mixed in here, but every now and then you'll catch them sort of off on the side, and it makes it look like you're dealing with something that is an amalgam of other things.
Okay. I'll follow it.
Yeah.
What the fuck could this be?
You guys will creep through the woods towards the swamp. The rain has abated in the afternoon. I'm going to need you guys to make me a check here. I need... I need you to roll me a d10, and you want to roll a 0. Just don't roll a 1.
Okay.
Easy.
Both of us?
No, just one of you.
Okay.
Easy.
And the opponents...
Imagine rolling a 1. Now remember, we can't heal in this campaign. Well, actually, we can if we find our wizard. I know, she's a wizard, not a fucking cleric.
Yeah. Okay. You can creep up following these tracks until you arrive at a vantage point where you can see something. I'm going to bring you to a map over here.
Let's go.
She should have a blue HP bar. Oh.
Not often that we get maps in this campaign for combat.
You're coming down along this area, and there's clearly a trail of markings. Probably pigeons in front or something. And down the way, way down the way, you can see that there's the swamp, there's a large cave, and there are 4 creatures out front of the cave.
What? Can we get a look at them? I squint.
Pretty far from where you are right now. What is this?
Pigeon. Go and sneak up on them
Couple
and see if you can
hundred
get a
feet?
better look.
Yeah, Neil, does it look like they have like a moat surrounding this and this is a one-way entrance, or does it look like I can like
This looks like
climb
the
around?
beginning of the swamp, right? And this is like an island in the swamp that's slightly connected. So this is probably... You'd have to start searching around. Maybe there's a back way to it. Maybe you could just wade through the swamp to get through it.
Got it, okay.
But from your
I'll-
vantage point here, this is the only land bridge.
I'll sneak up like this. And then like over here, and then I'll jump to here and like to here to get like a good look. So I'll
Okay.
give you a...
Give me yeah. I think I
What do you
want a hide from you. Let me open up your modifiers before you roll it. So that way I can do it
28?
fairly. Oh, no, you've already rolled it.
Yeah.
Scrap the roll.
No.
Just do it again.
We got to
a good
keep the
roll.
roll. We got to keep it.
Well, just don't tell him the modifiers, and he still might not know whether he's passed or failed.
Well, I have to...
I'm doing it no matter what.
Yeah. Okay. What are the modifiers here? So... pretty good. Up until... You said you wanted to get, like, all the way up here. Like, this is not very far from them, right? That's...
Yeah, that's the goal.
like 30 feet, 40 feet. Okay.
You don't need to get that far to see them, though, do you?
All right, then get me to here.
Okay. Yeah, with the 28, you will pass. Your modifiers are pretty good. Or not that great, but your roll was really good. The pigeon comes along, sneaks up, climbs over that log, gets to the base of this tree, looks out across, and the creatures that you're seeing over here are, well, like she said, they're sort of a mix of many things. Make this big enough for you to see. That looks like some sort of not Frankenstein sewn together creature, but definitely a lot of different things all happening at once.
Okay. Do they look like... what are they doing as I'm watching them?
These two at the edge are sort of looking into the swamp with their hands out, like maybe they're going to try and catch a fish or something. And these two are just sitting on a log.
Okay, I'll go back and I'll explain.
Okay.
What do you
What's
see?
the plan, Luther? I give you the explanation.
Fuck. Well, you reckon that's where the tracks go in that cave? You think that's where they
Oh
took
yeah,
it?
big time.
These tracks have drag marks as well, Neil, yeah.
No, you're not really seeing any drag marks here. But there's a lot of tracks.
I say to Miss Moss, is this where you followed the drag marks to?
It is, yes. And she'll point on the ground and see the drag marks? And you don't see any drag marks, but you're not a professional tracker.
Okay. Well, you reckon we can, like, draw them out into the woods and kill them and then sneak in?
I shrug.
You reckon they're friendly?
I mean, we should try to parlay, no?
You think?
Oh yeah, they look nice. Like they're just fishing around. They're sitting, they're having a nice day. How about you go up there and you talk to them and I'll hide behind a tree, and then if they do anything crazy, I'll get them from behind.
It's never failed us before. All right, Miss Moss, you stay out of the way. We'll handle this.
She backs up, takes a hiding spot well away from everything else.
All right, Neil, I want to like get into like... Can I creep over here?
Yeah, roll me another check at minus. It was -4. This one not so good. Natural 3 is bad. I guess Luther is coming up the way as Pigeon is trying to get around.
I get to about here, and I say, "Hey there, friends. Been traveling for a long day. Don't suppose you'd have a spare seat at that fire?"
They turn and look in your direction. One of them, one with a face that's more orcish or goblinoid maybe than human, kind of comes forward. The others piling around, and it'll say to you, "Welcome. Please come inside. We'd be most honored to have you as guests."
I'll come out at this point.
Yeah. All right. You know, I'm looking for someone. Like a lady? You seen her?
Please come. Yes, lady.
got,
We
like,
know the
blonde-
lady.
She's got like blonde hair, real pretty.
Yes, yes.
Where is she here?
She's inside. Come.
Okay, I mean,
Is she all right? I mean, wait, hang on. We know they dragged her in here. So if she's in there and they're admitting it, they're kind of admitting to kidnapping her. We saw she was at a camp near here, and I stopped about here. She went missing. You know what happened?
Yes.
What happened?
She's inside. Please come.
I look at Pigeon. Okay. Fuck it.
What happened to her? I see that she was dragged.
Please come inside.
Can we just talk out here, though, no? I come up to them here.
I think it's at this point they descend upon you. Yeah.
Okay.
You notice their
Roll in.
hands are clawed or hooved or spiked in different ways, nails filed down, teeth pointy and sharp.
Well, we roll initiative, yeah?
Yes, we do.
I'm clearly not surprised.
That is correct. Nobody is surprised by this. Whoops, that was the wrong button.
Initiative just sucks so bad. Oh, 11! Still a
That's
last,
good for
but
you.
it was pretty good. Still last, and I rolled a 1 on initiative. That sucks. Yeah, what do I have to do to improve my initiative? I have to get like high mastery.
You have to get
High
heavy
mastery.
weapon fighting or whatever. I don't remember. What it's
Oh,
called.
is that a thing?
Oh,
Heavy
2 weapon fighting does give
Two weapon
you...
fighting.
Yeah, that's true.
-5.
3.
Three?
One
Oh, it
weapon
might be
speed,
3.
yeah.
Yeah.
Might actually be worth doing.
It's this one that descends here. They quickly close in on Luther as he's going for his sword. The first one reaches out with its claws, rakes across you with a natural 1. The second one, natural 5. Poor
My
attacks.
chainmail is fine.
Yeah. Pigeon.
I'm gonna come over here and get a back attack. Is that allowed, or am I gonna get a
No, yeah. Go
yeah,
ahead.
that's fine. Okay. Here you go with the scimitar.
Ooh,
19.
excellent
go.
shot. You rip the creature
For 2?
apart. It had 1 hit point. It
okay.
falls
I'll-
immediately.
Turn this one to the left of me, and I will attack it with my dagger. 15.
Also a hit.
3.
Almost kill. This is the one with the more orcish face that started off the battle. Its turn comes along, and it fucking bolts inside the cave.
Attack of opportunity?
Yes, please.
14.
+2 for back attack will make it a hit, and 6
6.
will do enough damage. It stumbles forward, screaming out its last deaths in the direction of the cave, clearly not anticipating this battle being as hard as it has been. The last remaining Mongol creature. It's obvious that this was a failure. It too will run and try to jump into the river or into the
2
swamp.
OAs.
Yes.
18.
Oof.
You roll your damage.
7.
Oof.
Oof. These first
Nice.
batch of outer layer guards dispatched in a heartbreak instant. Luther? Not in a heartbreak.
Didn't have to be like this.
Mercy! Mercy! The great sword thuds into the earth beside the creature.
I did that on purpose. Where is she? What happened to her?
Inside! Please!
What did you do with her?
Nothing! Nothing! I didn't touch her! I'm innocent!
Is she alive?
Yes! Maybe! I don't know! Mercy!
What are you?
I'm Ganache!
Where are you from?
From Stromheim. Ganache from Stromheim.
Where'd you live in Stromheim?
The ruins, the underworld, the basements, the tunnels.
Holy shit. How'd you get out?
Oh, fuck.
At night.
You know a way in?
Of course, there's many ways into the great city.
Neil, I'm gonna tie this guy up.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
You
I have rope
begin
use,
to...
so I assume I can hog tie him in a way that he's not gonna be able to get out.
Yep. You tie him
Okay.
up.
Can we stash him somewhere?
Yep.
I carry him, Neil.
Yeah. Where do you carry him?
Luther, you take him back. I'm gonna move these bodies into the swamp.
Yeah. I carry him. Be careful. That one was screaming for help. Okay. So I carry this guy over to Celia Moss?
Clarissa Moss.
Clarissa Moss.
Yeah, she explains everything about the forest. That's another 90s television joke for those of you that like, are you afraid of the dark?
Clarissa explains it all. Great
There you
show. I dump this guy behind. Can you move him behind this rock over here?
Sure. Thump.
And
She
I say
comes over to
him,
take a look. That's one of
say to
them.
him,
That's one of the creatures.
Yeah. I crouch down next to this guy and I say, listen, we need to get that lady back, but you don't have to die. You play ball here, you be good. We can make use of you back in Cauldron. We'll make sure that you're fed. Make sure you got somewhere to stay. Sound good?
He could be the gatekeeper or like the downstairs keeper, honestly.
Oh, the fucking
Dungeon
jail
master.
master. Holy shit, yeah. No, but we can send this guy to like spy for us in Stromheim. All right.
Absolutely.
Is that good with you?
I'm innocent. Please just don't kill me.
All right, yeah. You just hang out here for a few hours while we deal with your while we get the girl back, and then we're all going to go back to Cauldron together. I say to Clarissa, do you have a weapon?
She shakes her head.
I reach onto my belt and pull out my Steel Team 6 dagger.
Ooh, the steel one.
Yeah, I hand it to her. And I say, this is important to me. You keep it safe.
She grips it and looks at the vile, twisted, half orc, half human, half rabbit sort of looking creature next to her.
Don't do anything to him, all right? Just in case.
She shudders and resigns herself to her job.
I pick my sword back up and I jog back to the entrance of the cave. Anything happen?
No. It's time to go sneaky beaky like.
You want to go in first?
Yeah, is it like dark in there or is there natural light?
It is dark. It's quite dark.
Okay, well, we're gonna need a torch.
Okay, well, fuck it then. Do you want to?
Can you hold a torch? Yeah, I was gonna say, can you hold a torch and wield a greatsword? If not, I can give up my dagger.
I think give up the dagger for the torch, yeah, and I'll
Hand me the
keep my
torch.
greatsword. Yeah, I hand you a torch. I've got 10.
Put the light on me.
Okay. I've got a light on you. Are you guys ready to enter the cave?
Yep.
Can't wait.
I'm gonna be using scimitar in main hand, and I'll use a torch in the offhand. Torch does D4 or D2?
It's like a club. It's D4.
Can you use
It's
that
no
as
better than
offhand,
a
yeah?
dagger? That's crazy.
It's
Yeah,
not
why
better
not?
than a dagger.
Or it's no better than a dagger.
Oh, yeah, it's
Well,
definitely no better
because-
than a dagger. Definitely.
Because it's not small, is it, Neil? Can you use that in his offhand? As
The
a
torch?
fighting weapon? Yeah.
What size is a torch?
I assume it's medium, like a club. You couldn't use a club in your offhand, could you?
Is a club? I think a club is a small weapon.
I assume a torch is a small weapon. But
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
let's look.
Maybe it is.
Economics. Weapons. Club. A club is a medium.
Club is medium. Yeah,
Can we chop it down?
I don't think you're going to get a small bludgeoning weapon, right? I think that's the point, is that like small weapons are easy and light in the offhand,
Dagger,
but like
yeah.
trying to bash something with the offhand is
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
maybe
just
not the
hold it
best.
then. Let's fuck it. I'll
Yeah,
hold
you're
it.
all right. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Because I could do short sword and club, but
I think it's probably better if you use the
Yeah.
use the greatsword.
okay, yeah, because I get my 2 attacks with it.
That's
All right,
fine.
let's go.
Okay,
We go in.
you go in. It's going to adjust this.
We
over
need
here.
magic lighting bad.
Oh man, we could only dream of magic lighting. We should be able to buy a lightstone
We should be able to.
in
somewhere.
like High Castle, maybe. Not High Castle.
In the middle of Stromheim, we could probably send our
Oh,
we
in
could
the middle
probably
of
ask our
Stromheim, we could.
lord to
Yeah,
send
that's
someone to
true.
get it. Yeah, we should do
That's
that.
a good point, actually. Yeah, we should do that.
We should use him more.
Your
His
lord?
like dad. His dad could get us one, right?
He could send someone to
Shacklebrook
get us
could
one.
request one. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to bring you to a new map, and I think all the lighting is worked out over here. We should be in the top right corner.
Oh, look at this. I love it. 2 dungeon crawls in 1 week. You are treating us, Neil.
All right. I mean, my goal is to go sneaky beaky like, but I'm assuming they can see in the dark and we can't, so there's no real sneaking.
It's
Mhm.
hard
We're
to
bringing
sneak
a
when
light
you're carrying
in.
a torch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going. And as soon you see light ahead of you, actually. You
Oh,
see
okay.
something giving off torchlight down the hallway.
Well, maybe we should
do.
put our torch out.
Instead of putting it out, Neil, do I see like a sconce in the wall or anything nearby?
There's not a pre-made sconce, but it is a natural cave. There are cracks where you could just kind of shove it if
I'm
you
gonna
wanted
push
to.
it in there. Yeah,
Let me crack it into here.
because it seems like there's other lighting
Why,
ahead.
do you want to go hide and I'll
Yeah.
Just like go first. Okay.
Yeah, let me go first, and you follow in like a minute. So I'll
Okay.
jump up to here, Neil, and I'm gonna like go sneaky beaky like.
That is when I need you to roll me a D10 plus 2. Minus something. Oh yeah, it's gonna be fine one way or the other. You hear sounds coming from the darkness to your right. You
I'm
need
gonna ready
to roll
attack?
initiative.
Me as well, I assume.
I don't think so. You're back a little bit. You probably don't hear the sounds. Oops, that other one should have been initiative, not an attack. There we go. All right, Pigeon. You're in the cave. You hear the sound. You ready an attack, you say. And that's at the same time that this thing comes out. And you'll be able to see it just as it closes with you. So you and it, both at the same initiative, both making your attacks. It reaches out with a 14 to
Miss.
shred your body, but it doesn't hit.
13.
13 will actually hit into the creature who's got this like rubbery octopus flesh-like hide, and your weapon just sort of slides off of it
Ooh.
and onto the space nearby. I think at this point, though, Luther can roll in for next round.
Is that the end of the round? Okay.
No, there's 2 more creatures to go, and then
Well, let you do them first, and then I'll roll.
that makes sense. The next 2 come on forward, and Pigeon finds himself quickly surrounded by 3 of these creatures. 14 and
Miss.
12 all misses. Let's all roll initiative.
19. I feel like a dragon. They had like crazy high initiative.
Big initiative.
Unless they were casting spells, and then it was like 1, I think.
Okay. All the enemy goes before the players this
Fuck.
time around.
Can I forgot to put the torch away. Can I get my second? Can I get my dagger attack?
Yeah.
Because I
you had
would
ready
have had
attacks.
it.
Should be able to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
23
That is a hit.
for 1.
I think it was this one that it came up to you first, so 1 point of damage.
Perfect.
All right. The creatures go. There's 3 of them on you right now. Last round, they were just like clawing at you. Now 2 more join the fray, and it goes from like trying to rip you to shreds to an overbear on you. This is going to mean you get an attack of opportunity against a number of creatures equal to your max attack of opportunities. You are not a warrior,
level.
so 1 plus every 5 levels. You get 2 attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
So go ahead and just make 2 of them.
20
That'll hit.
for 3.
That'll drop 1.
18
That'll hit.
for 8.
That'll drop a second. But the other 3 get their overbear against you. It is going to be natural 19 plus 1 plus 2. It's a 22. Is a success. And just overbear. Defender gets attacks, touch AC. On hit, oppose strength check using the highest creature strength, plus 1 for each additional attack. So make me a strength check.
19.
Ooh, and they get to make one at plus 2. Okay, so it's going to be 1d20 plus 12 plus 2 is a 33. Ooh.
Oh, fuck.
The creatures grab on you and drag you to the ground, crawling all
Okay.
over you, holding onto your arms, trying to disarm you as they pin you flat onto your back. It's your turn, Pigeon. They have overborne you. Your scimitar is definitely too unwieldy of a weapon to use in this situation.
But my dagger.
Your dagger. Now, if you've got a free hand, you can absolutely use it, but they are overbearing you. I think I'm going to need you to make me a strength check to get your dagger attack in
Not a
against
dex
just
check or
one
anything?
creature. No, it's strength at this
Okay.
point.
So what if I want to get up? Strength again?
If you want to get up, if you want to break free of these creatures, it's a strength check, and that's your whole action this round is to break free.
Okay.
If you just want to make a dagger attack, but you're going to stay on the ground, then it's a strength check just to rip the arm free.
Okay.
But it's a faster action than freeing your entire body.
Well, then I'm gonna make a strength check to get up.
All right.
And break 'em off.
Opposed, yeah.
25.
Against their 19, you struggle from underneath them, shoving them off of you, and you come to your feet. But that is your whole action
That's
for
my
the
turn.
round. Luther, you hear these sounds, and I think as soon as you come around this corner, you will see
Oh, fuck.
that you're in a wall. But yeah, there you are.
I mean, I start swinging at this guy here.
You come on down, great sword in both hands.
Quick mechanical question. I've added +1 to my from level to hit adjust because of specialization rather than using one of the boxes below. Hope that's okay.
You should put your specialization should be in the hit
Oh,
just
and
for the
two
great
hits.
sword.
Great sword.
And the from level should stay 2. Yeah.
And the 1 damage from strength, I have to put that in
Yes.
manually, don't I?
Yes, these sheets
Perfect.
need some adjustments, but yeah, you're doing it right.
Back attack?
Yes, sir. Another 2 on top of whatever you got. 12 is
12.
not good enough.
Oh.
Christ.
Yeah. 12 is a glancing blow off a scaly shoulder that the creature doesn't really register.
Can you
that
see him
much.
though?
Oh, yeah, you can't see
You
me.
got
I'm
2
in
for
the
back
dark.
attack.
Well, hold on. If you're in the dark,
Hang
you get
on,
plus
it's
4.
The creatures do see you. It's fine.
Okay.
They have some
We roll in.
initiative. Drop these 2 off the map. All right, mongrel men first. This one over here, in front of Pigeon, reaches out, claws at you with a 12 to
Nice.
hit. This one's stronger than the others, +3 to hit. The other one
shit.
is on your top side. Luther just swung and missed at it, so it continues assailing Pigeon.
It's a hit.
Natural 19 +1 is 20. Does that clear by 5?
Yeah. Oh wait.
Yes, it
20,
does
I'm
with
at
back
16
attack.
AC. Yeah, with back.
Yeah, because then you wouldn't even have Dex AC. So that'll be a D4 +1
Why a +1? Oh,
because it rolled 1 on the first D4. 'Cause that's a crit, so it does
that
double
was
damage.
4.
4 points of damage to Pigeon, and Pigeon takes a turn.
I'm gonna push my back against the wall a little bit, just so I'm not. Can I do that or no?
That'll provoke
Without
an attack
provoking
of
it away?
opportunity.
Okay, then I'll just stay here perfectly. I'm gonna attack the one in front of me with a scimitar. Miss. And then I'll attack with a dagger.
Crits.
24 crit. So 2d4.
Mm-hmm.
4.
4 damage done to the creature. The one to the south of you. I can probably see Luther. It's still going into maul a Pigeon with a natural 18
It's a hit.
+1 is 19, not a crit. 4 points of damage. Luther.
What is this new tech you've got here where the green box declares on an 18?
I've just reprogrammed the dice to do what I want them
Nice.
to.
Look at us, we're still learning. 15 years later. How obvious is it to me that this other one is bigger and badder?
In this dim light, not at all.
Okay, attack this guy. Back attack still?
Mm-hmm.
Second
you
attack?
can't dodge a natural 1. Second
Thank
attack.
God you got a second attack. Dude, you're brutal, man.
Imagine being me.
Jan had some unfortunate rolls in our last dice lock section
Oh, yeah?
Roll
You're
it.
feeling pretty bad in
in Floating Fortress. Yeah, it was.
Well, yeah.
He's had a bad string of luck in the last week. Is that everybody? Wow, no one gets faster initiative than 11. It's the slow mob today. Still unaffected by these glancing blows from behind, the mongrel creatures try to drag down Pigeon. Well, kill Pigeon. Claws come out. 13
Miss.
+2 for back attack is
Miss.
14, 15, but no dex to your AC.
No dex.
That'll
Okay.
hit for 2.
That's a hit.
No dex from behind is brutal. Luther,
surely.
reasonable.
Crit.
There's the critical hit you were digging for.
$16 damage.
To the 1 HP mongrel men, you
What a waste.
split the creature down the center. Luther just had a turn. The 2 other will go. This one right here turns his attention to the oncoming Luther. slashes out at you. 16 to hit, 5 points of damage.
That's a hit. Yeah.
And the other one is going to turn and try to... No, you know what? He's not running. He's withdrawing like a smart monster. Leaving us with Pigeon.
I'm gonna mechanically charge and attack this guy.
You're going to provoke an attack of opportunity.
Send it.
Bones,
Miss.
You charge this guy. +2 to hit.
This is with +2 for scimitar. 16.
Hit.
I'm a plus back, I guess.
No, he's
two?
backing away from you, yeah. 2 points.
And then
Second
dagger attack. 15 for 4.
Oh, down to last bits of HP. So close. Initiative. If you can beat him now, you can beat him before he gets around that corner.
I need to beat his ass.
You need a really low roll. You need just your dagger.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Do it. Just roll dagger.
No, I think it's stupid to do that.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna roll in with scimitar.
Okay. Ah, yeah, you
Would've
rolled a
fucked it
10.
anyways.
Wouldn't have mattered. All right. This
He could
one
bleed for his life.
This one does. It continues to back, and as it backs out, it lets out this cry, but it's not a human cry. It's not like an orcish cry. It sounds like a bird. It's like an exact
Fuck.
bird cry, like not like a hawk, but more like a swan. Like when a swan is angry and it's going like wah, 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 wah. It's kind of like an angry swan. I know that wasn't the best angry swan voice I've ever done.
It wasn't. Might be the best you've ever done. Not sure. Can't remember another time, to be honest.
Well, it's just that and the honking from
Oh, true. Yeah.
Sean's thing.
That was more somber than angry.
It's true. The next mongrel creature turns towards Luther and just fully sends it at Luther with a 7 is no good.
Lucky.
Pigeon. Want to
I
come
run
around that
forward.
corner?
Yep.
You come around that corner and you can see there's a large pool of water nearby you. And across the pool of water, there are 2 flying, fiery, winged, imp-like beasts.
What?
And there's a large sort of swirling pool of churning water
Okay.
in the cave.
Oh, shit.
Here's my attack with the dagger.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 12 plus
Miss-
anything. Nothing. Okay.
Nothing.
And then here's the scimitar.
Critical.
Natural
hit.
Yes.
I assume he's dead.
Yeah, he was down to 1.
And then I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to kind of come back over here for Luther.
Okay.
I'm gonna back up, and I'm gonna get high ground, and I'm gonna hold this.
All right. Back on the other
Luther,
side.
there's flying things.
I swing my greatsword twice.
Mm-hmm.
11,
Miss.
21?
Good.
21 will do.
Do you crit
10
on
damage.
16?
No.
Okay.
Down. Malgriman are gone.
I wipe my blade. Is that blood red?
The blood is more sort of like thin and yellow than red, but
Ugh.
you know, it's in the ballpark.
Luther, there's
You
2
alright?
flying things. Yeah, they got a yelp at. I think they saw me. I'm gonna ready an
Flying
attack,
things?
Neil. We can roll in if you'd like.
I see him readying attacks. I do the same.
Okay. The 2 of you ready your attacks.
Oh, wait a minute.
Strange sounds echo throughout the chambers.
I wait a minute. 2 minutes.
Some time is passing. You're braced for the
I,
attack. You're not sure what it is or where it could be coming from. All you know is flying, fiery thingies, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Okay.
move on.
I'll sneak up forward, Neil, and my goal is to come and get a peek. So I'm going to be hiding.
Mm-hmm.
I might even go around this way. Does this like?
Yeah.
Enter?
As you go around this little corner, you step down this ledge. It's actually quite a steep ledge. You might have to just hang on the edge here.
Okay.
You can see out into this area. There is a bridge over
can't see
this
it.
water. You can't see
Oh,
this?
I see that. Sorry. No, I see it. I was
Yeah, yeah.
looking the wrong way.
There's a bridge over this watery area There's 3 now of these flying winged creatures. And I think this is where we roll initiative.
Okay, I mean, they should have to come up to us, right?
I'm gonna roll throwing dagger initiative, Neil.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 2, right? I haven't got got a thing for it, but it is 2.
It's 2.
Okay. The first fire method goes, and it will into this direction, coming to a spot. I think this is the right distance. It is going to unleash its breath weapon on you.
Oof.
Fire. Fire weapons may use their breath weapon. Blah, 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 blah. The first form is a flame of jet 15 feet long, 1 foot wide. It automatically hits one target of the method's choosing for 1d8 plus 1 points of damage, half if a saving throw is successful. Right, so it's just a regular breath weapon for d8 plus 1. Give me a saving throw versus breath weapon.
Okay. Not even a dex save?
No, saving throw versus breath weapon.
Fail.
You will take 5 points of damage as it belches fire at you. Luther.
I come running around this corner. I get to here. I'm in threat range of this one, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I launch a throwing dagger at this closest one here.
You are in threat range of this one and throwing at that one. That will provoke an attack of opportunity.
It will? Okay, if it will, I won't do that then.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't know. Is it possible for me to forego my, re-roll my initiative +4 and switch to my greatsword now that this one's come into melee range? Okay, so I just throw.
You don't have to throw your dagger. You could just stab with it instead of throwing. No.
I would let you switch to a stab, but when we roll initiative, we commit to actions. Yeah.
I don't think that there's any advantage to stabbing with the dagger. So I throw it.
Okay.
11.
11's not good enough.
I get a second dagger throw, right?
Why? Oh, there we go. You do get a second dagger throw at the end of the round. Yes.
We're doing the end of the round.
Yeah, that's how we do it in Hardly Heroes. And it's only Floth that has the weird initiative rules.
Yep.
Yeah. Coming from across the water, our 2 new friends who make their way in. They cannot get an attack off, but they can. At least that one can get 120 feet. Right, they have 120 foot movement.
Really depends on what creatures they're bottom.
Yeah, I'm actually wondering right now that they might actually have a lower movement speed. So many man-sized things just have movement speed 12. I just assumed. They don't. They have movement speed 9. I take it back. They can't close with you at all.
Good.
Just happened. Sorry.
Nick, I'm at 25 HP. I'm going to need you to start tanking something.
Yeah, I mean, I'm at 30. It's these methods that are the issue. What's your saving throw versus breath weapon?
15.
Oh, mine's 16. We should fight. We shouldn't advance so as that they can't breath weapon us, from the water, you know?
Agreed.
So this one can go here. And this one can go here. Just underneath the floating creature. Maybe one step back. There we go. That's a little more sensible. Pigeon, you are the next to go.
All right. I stab with a scimitar.
Mm-hmm.
Nice roll.
Critical hit.
Okay.
Technically, scimitars are slashing, but I like the effort.
Yeah.
2d8.
There
7.
you go. Lopping the head off one of these mongrel men.
I'm going to take one of my throwing daggers from, I don't know, inside my fucking
little
bandolier, and I'm going to toss it. My bandolier. 18.
What are you throwing it at?
The method.
Yes, that's a hit.
Rolling. Roll 20's taking a while today. 1.
1 point of damage.
Wait, did you update the HP bar?
I did. I did.
Oh.
Got a lot of
Shit, okay.
HP.
This one.
You need to hit it with your fucking sword.
Yeah.
Come to here. It can go 90
You
feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I moved the wrong one at one point.
I thought you were moving the other one, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Next up are the other 2 Mephits. They're gonna fly in. Can they get within 15 feet of you? Yeah. This one will fly to here, and this other one will flutter in. I guess it has to come all the way to here, which is melee range with you. But this one over here is going to belch flame at Luther. Luther, give me a
Any
saving throw
risk
versus
of,
breath weapon.
Any risk on his friend here?
No, it's only a 1 foot wide stream. It's a breath weapon that automatically hits according to the rules.
Fail.
8 points of damage.
It's fine. I think they have to recharge their breath weapon. They don't get it every round.
And same thing.
I don't
with
remember them.
This one over here is actually just going to open with claws. 2 points of damage on a 17 and a miss with the other.
Save versus death? We do
No,
do
no.
these.
We haven't been doing it.
We haven't been doing it for anyone. Not in this
You rolled a
combat.
1 earlier.
Yeah. Let's re-roll initiative.
Is this guy been?
Situation's getting
Yeah. 8. I'm gonna also speak on my turn.
Yeah.
Just need to kill them efforts and we should be alright.
Okay.
We fought these in toss, so it's kind of cool that we're fighting things that we've fought in an actual heroic ass campaign.
Yeah,
This
to be
one
fair,
will-
we're in a bit over our heads here compared to our usual encounter.
One of them backs off. This other one is also going to withdraw a little bit, not partaking. You know what? He's got 15 AC and a lot of HP.
Yeah.
He'll take.
You fool,
Wait, you
Neil.
have your? Did you? You haven't pulled
Well,
out
I
your
rolled for
greatsword,
I rolled for greatsword this round, so I feel like I did.
but it hasn't come out yet because your initiative hasn't come up, right? Do you
But did I sheath it or did I just throw with my? Like, is it just in my left hand and now I'm just holding it in my right hand?
That makes sense. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
He's still backing up. Go ahead and get your attack of opportunity in.
Back
It's worth
attack?
it. No, because he's just flying backwards.
Okay.
He's an imp, a mephit.
Come on,
He has
Nick.
great
12?
maneuverability. 12 is not good enough. He backs up.
Damn it.
He unleashes his breath weapon at you. Out comes the fire for 2 points of damage. It's minimal.
Oh, that was his first one. Okay.
Pigeon, it's your turn.
All right.
Go for the
I'm gonna step up here. I can't really yet. I'd love
You
to.
can take,
but
you
if
can take an attack of opportunity off this loser.
Okay, I'll do that on your guidance. Go ahead, Neil.
Uh-huh.
You're taking attack of opportunity from this
Yeah, for some
loser.
fucking retarded reason. I am.
14
It's a
plus behind AC and no armor.
We're
Is
counting behind, really?
Wait, why is he behind? Can't
That's
he scoot past him?
crazy.
Didn't
I
you
can
do
go
this?
Yeah, but I can like, as I'm going by him, I can go like this. I'm walking
So when
by
you're
him and
when
I'm
you're in this
going
spot,
like this.
yeah, okay, I'll give it to you. That makes sense.
The method
Alright.
just did the same thing to me.
That's fair.
All right, Pigeon attacks the mephit in front of him with his scimitar.
Ooh,
Okay.
close
And
but
then
no
here's
cigar.
my dagger.
Ooh, close
12
but no
miss.
cigar either.
Oh no.
The mob in front of Luther descends with tooth and claw. 13 to hit doesn't go anywhere. Luther.
Yeah, I attack this guy. Oh my god.
2 attacks this round.
No, I don't. Because last round I used my throwing dagger.
Did you ever get your other throwing dagger then? At the end of the round?
No, I didn't, Neil.
That's right, you didn't.
Can I roll it?
I think we're a little late.
Remember your shit.
The method right here is taking a 5-foot step, which will
Provoking
provoke
no
the
A?
attack. Yep. That's going to provoke an attack one way or the other. and it will cast a spell.
shit.
Pigeon, you're wearing chainmail, aren't you?
Nope.
No.
Leather.
Leather?
Full leather.
Well, Luther, you're wearing chainmail, aren't you?
I am, but can he see me though?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
He casts heat metal on your armor. You are permitted a saving throw versus spell to avoid the effects, to not have it hit
This
you.
would be a good one to save.
Oh,
No bonus?
no bonuses. On the first round of the spell, the metal merely becomes very warm and uncomfortable to the touch. And so that will be on your turn. That's coming up. That'll be what's happening.
Yep.
The last creature to go this round is the mongrelman that was down here. It climbs the step towards Pigeon, and its little crocodilian snout that is only 4 or 5 inches long snaps in your face as the thick, meaty goat hand reaches for a right hook, which is an
Miss.
11. A 10 is not good enough. Second
Initiative?
attack? No second attacks, no second throws. Initiative. Our Mongol creature still goes first, and it tries to, slip around. I think, Luther, you can turn to face it pretty easily.
Yeah.
And it will claw at you with a 5 is no good. The Mephit up here is going to also cast heat metal on your sword this time. Can you give
Should
me
be
a saving
fine,
throw
right?
versus spell, Luther? That's not so
Fail.
good. Fail.
Well, is the hilt fucking metal?
I don't know.
Hilts
Maybe it does
can-
more damage now.
Hilts can be made of a great many things, but even if the hilt itself is just wood and getting hot, like the rest of the metal, if your hand moves around at all, is going to begin to sear you. There's a lot going on.
Okay, well, we need to leave then. I don't know what to say.
Mongrelman over here. Gonna come in like this. Pigeon will take a turn.
Here's my attack with the scimitar. Fucking brutal,
This
dude.
is cringe.
Critical
And then
hit with this
2d4.
one.
4.
That'll drop the Mongrelman before you to the
All right.
ground.
I'm gonna run like this way.
Okay.
Guess I'll get to here.
Yep. You can get to there. You can go underneath the flying creature that is trying to stay, up fairly high. That's a dead critter. These two over here. This one will cast magic missile at Luther.
Fuck.
You'll take 7
Magic
points of
mi-
damage. There's nothing you can do about it. We can have a mistake. Can we do this? And the next Mephit, right next to it, will also just cast magic missile at Luther. 8 points of damage.
All right.
Luther, it is your turn.
First attack against this guy. Oh, no.
Oh no.
Second attack against him.
Yeah, it's the end of the round. Make it. Ooh, it's not looking great. Initiative.
No, wait a minute. I've still got my move.
You gonna provoke an attack of opportunity?
Oh, I might do, yeah. I might have to just run.
You can't get past the staircase and the Mephit and Pigeon over there.
I can't get past Pigeon.
I don't know. I mean, if you run past this guy and past Pigeon, you'll be taking attacks of opportunity from the Mephit and the
He'd get an
creature.
attack of opportunity as well.
Yeah, because you'd have to go all the way here. You're definitely provoking both of them.
I'm so close to... I'm on 3 health. Okay, I mean...
Initiative?
So
Initiative.
yeah.
Clear the board of the dead.
You need to roll like withdraw initiative. You know?
Yeah. Rolled a 9. Cool.
Okay. Our mongrel mob will shuffle forward, claw at you. 8 to hit is no good. The other one next to him claws at you. 18 will hit your AC for 3 points of damage. Does that bring you to 0 exactly?
Yeah.
Oh no. The Mephit above Pigeon will turn to face Pigeon and magic missile you for 2d4 plus 2. 8 points.
Okay.
And the other Mephits will sort of flap in. I definitely don't think they can breath weapon through their buddy. Are they immune to fire? No. No. But they're not going to fly past you to provoke attacks of opportunity. So they will hover around the area. Luther, nothing happens. You're just at 0.
Well, I hate to be the bearer of my own demise, but the heat metal on my armor is going to kill me.
That's true. During the 2nd and 6th rounds, heat causes blisters. I need to see the actual table. I think you take D4 damage this round.
Yeah.
During the 2nd and 6th, blisters and damage. 3rd, 4th, and 5th, searing hot. Yeah, okay. So it's just a point. It's just a D4 damage. It's just a 2 for damage this round. Pigeon, you see the Mongrelmen have surrounded your boy. The Mephits flutter over his head. One of them is near you. They've been throwing out spells all over the place. You scimitar the Mephit. You miss. You dagger it. You miss.
I'll take an attack of opportunity and I'm gonna run.
It lashes out with claws that go nowhere near you. You flee.
I mean, there's no saving you. I don't like.
Yeah.
No. I don't even think that they can save me unless they take my armor off me.
Nope, you're dead.
All 3 use magic missiles. All 3 have breathe fire. You're not wearing metal armor. Okay. Pigeon, you flee out the cave. The Mephits opt not to chase you. They would have to go into melee for that, and that's not the worst idea in the world, but they've protected their cave. Luther, you are unconscious. You are in the cave. The only if these creatures walk away from you, you may burn to death.
I think I definitely burn to death, right? It's like
It's possible that they roll a lot of ones, but it's very unlikely.
Let's roll them.
Well, they might take the armor off me. I mean, the Mephits might know, right? They certainly like taking prisoners. Might be a double rescue mission now.
You have your sheriff badge on, don't you?
I do.
You're not going to be... You're going to be dragged into the nearby water over here by an arm and just sort of like plunged into the cool water and held in there while the searing armor chills. The sheriff of the nearby area is a prize that they would like.
Idiots don't realize I'm from Cauldron.
That's the nearby area. Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah. Okay. Well, what do we do now then?
Well, now we just go to Pigeon, who is leaving everything, coming outside, minus the Luther. You make it out of the cave. hurrying, you see that they are not chasing you by the time you get across the land bridge. And
I mean, I don't know really what to tell you. Like, I'm gonna go back to Thornwood and wait for the general to return and hopefully get Luther. There's no sneaking in here. Everything is lit up. There's no going in there and getting him out when these things can just cast magic at me. So, I mean, prepare for a few week time skip.
You could put the torches out now. You might be able to sneak in.
That is absolutely not happening. Without being seen. That is a far cry wish.
As Pigeon heads back, thinking about getting the colonel and recruiting all of these warriors and coming back to save Luther's life, one thought might drift through your head. When I was captured by this very same colonel, he risked everything for me. Now, that was a long time ago, and you were dirty thieves, and now you're lawmen with jobs and responsibilities, things that are more important than you. And yet, you know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that Luther would die before letting you fall into enemy hands. Your uncle would kill himself for that.
I can go in and torpedo the campaign and die, if that's what we want. I'm totally.
You gotta do what you gotta do what you would want. What Pigeon would do. I don't think Pigeon would do it. It's certain death. You can't take that fight.
Yeah, there's no fighting that. You just die.
I think if we'd have rolled better, we could. I do think we could go back and do it. We'd need to be full health though.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you rolled above a 10 on half of your attacks, you probably would have been fine.
Yeah.
Oh, I go back to town. I tell the lady it's fucked. GG.
You arrive near Clarissa Moss. She looks at you all torn up. What was it?
It's a bunch of things. Luther's dead. Let's bring this thing back to the colonel and hopefully they'll come and help out.
What about Lady Celinda? Did you find her?
Oh, she's dead too.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
She comes over to the tied up mongrelman and kicks it. You bastards! Why would you do this? You monsters! Monsters!
I'll drag the mongrelman back to town.
Okay. The two of you make your way back to town. It's a long way back. Back it is. Eventually, you'll arrive back in town. Late that evening. Okay. You'll have to beg with the guards to let you in through the doors. You have a prisoner! Merciful guards will open the gates and let you through with your prisoner. But they'll want to take a look at the mongrelman as you bring it in. What the hell is that?
I give him a lowdown. How there's a cave with mephits. Luther's in trouble and he needs help. The sheriff of Cauldron is down and there's a wizard in there. There's 3 fire mephits. A ton of these guys.
Yeah, it's dangerous out there. Sounds fucked up. Yep. You can make your way to the inn. Clarissa, feeling despondent, thanks you for offering to help and says that she thinks it's her responsibility to go to Shirebrook and talk to Divin Armstrong and let him know what happened to Celinda.
I give her a salute goodbye and I'll go and buy a doctor.
Okay. You go find a doctor. She'll spend the night here and then head out to Shirebrook in the morning. You're going to wait, you say, for Colonel...
As long as it takes.
Whatever face is? Okay.
Yep.
Their operations are going to last for another 2d3... No, another 1d6 days.
Let me roll it.
Roll it then. 4 more days, so that'll be 3 proper days of healing. Well, 4 because they'll need a day after coming back before they can do anything. So why don't you just take 12 HP from bed rest as you wait for Colonel Tulwick.
Is that her title? Is that Lady Tulwick's title, Colonel?
Lady Tulwick is fine, Colonel is fine, Princess is fine. These are all titles that she's been
on the
born
first
to.
day. I'll also send mail to Shacklebrook and let him know what happened and ask for help, I guess, if he could afford Twin Tower. I'll take a gold off for that to rush it.
Yeah. The same day that you guys were coming out to Thornwood, Twin Towers was going to Tassel to deal with the enemies there, and he was taking a couple nights.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to go back to Luther's side because I think
Yeah.
that's the only thing we can do here. And Moon, I'm gonna drag your token on the map just so you can see what's going
Sweet.
on.
We need methods.
Eating methods. These guys are going to live in Tassel. We need a workforce.
Yeah, they seem so weak. They only have like 3d8 HP, which is this is not a nothing. Their attacks are pretty pitiful, but the extra spells and the flight,
The spells and stuff are crazy, yeah.
yeah, it's pretty strong, especially in packs. All right, Luther.
These
you-
fire ones are stronger than the smoke ones, which I've seen before, I think.
Yeah, they all have different abilities. Some of them are more dangerous. Smokes can go like invisible. Fires do
Yeah.
heat metal and magic missile. Steam
metal is
auto
like a
stun you for
strong
one
spell.
round with one of
Ooh.
their attacks. No saving throw, which is brutal. Yeah. Anyway, Luther,
Yeah.
you will come to consciousness. You will be at 1 HP on this day. I'm going to bring you to a map.
Yeah. Oh my god, look at this place. I gasp and look around. Pigeon? I look around for Pigeon.
You think you see him on the northern wall, but you rub your eyes and it's not him. He's not there.
Having seen Pigeon not here, Luther relaxes a little bit knowing that Pigeon didn't get captured, that he probably escaped. I see this lady next to me. What's my situation? Am I in a cage?
You are in a pile of bones and
Oh,
discarded
that doesn't
waste. Your weapons and
this thing?
armor have been removed. I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger so we can all see this thing. This is the creature in the lair.
What the fuck is that?
It is a humanoid torso and above, and like a four-legged octopus down below. Its arms are long and thin. Its fingers unnervingly long. It has sets of gills that run round where its neck ought to be, but it doesn't quite have the shoulders. It's more of like a fleshy protrusion from shoulder to tall neck, and its head is just like the neck sort of ending in a rounded, hairless blob with two sets of two eyes, just your normal eyes, and then two eyes on the forehead directly above it that are looking in different ways. It doesn't
doesn't
really
have a mouth.
seem to have a mouth, but it does have like two slits for like nostrils, and then a third impression right between its horizontal sets of eyes.
Is it looking at me?
It's a medium-sized creature. It stands maybe 7 feet tall. It is observing you as you come to consciousness, and it slithers forward a little bit. And the sound sort of emanates from that tiny hole between its eyes.
I scoot back. Like I'm sitting down, you know, like I scoot back on my bum away from it instinctively.
Bump into one of the mongrel men nearby, who
Ugh,
pushes you
my
forward
skin.
with its foot.
My skin crawls. I look at Celinda, like with sort of pleading for her to do something, and then I turn back to the creature. What do you want?
It comes towards you a little bit more, and in the darkness and everything, you're starting to lose sight of it. There's some torches around that provide light, and you're kind of left in the middle of all the torches in the darkest spot where their light doesn't quite grab. It will ask you, Shacklebrook. His spells. Tell me his spells.
What is this? What is this place? What are you?
Tell me. I will make
I-
you part of me.
What the fuck? Is that a threat or an offer?
It's the best life you will ever know.
I say, his spells?
What are they?
You can read those funny books.
One of these octopine legs sort of flops up onto your leg, and the very tip of it like recoils back, And you know how cats like pull their, can retract claws? The flesh around the end of this octopode tentacle sort of retracts a little bit, revealing a, 3-inch little spike.
Okay.
And this, the leg is on you, and then the spike appears as it like rests the leg, the arm across your leg, the little 3-inch spike ready to stab at you if it needs to.
Okay.
His spells.
I don't know the names.
Describe.
He can read the magic words.
And
He can tell if something's magic. He can I point to the method thing.
Mhm.
Those dots.
What else?
I've seen him put someone to sleep.
Excellent. Excellent. You're doing very well. What else have you seen?
He's got a room with loads of books. He's got a big book that he keeps with him all the time.
What are his other spells?
I shrug. I don't know. How do you know who I am? What is this place?
It's called a cave.
Lady Celinda, who is next to you, struggles up to her seated position and says loudly to you, "Be strong, stranger. This thing is not of this world. It's from another realm. It's a monster in all forms, and when it devours you, it will consume parts of what you know and parts of what you are. Not everything, but some of you."
I turn to her, like briefly, because I'm like flicking back and forth between this thing and her. And I say, I know who you are. You healed me in Shirebrook.
It's best to
My name's
face
Luther.
death with a friend, then. Luther, I am Celinda.
I remember you. I remember you teaching those girls down by the river. Listen, monster. I'll tell you whatever you want to know about Shacklebrook. But I'm no wizard. I don't know his spells.
The names of his knights.
Sure, yeah, I can do that.
Their strengths.
I tell you, you're gonna let us go?
I will let you live as long as you keep telling me useful things. And when you run out, we shall live. Maybe
Okay,
I will
well.
wear your face.
You got anything to eat? I'm starving. I need to collect my thoughts.
One of the arms reaches over and brings a bone in your direction that has little bits of flesh still on it. It'll use 2 tentacles to snap it and present the bone marrow to you.
Jesus Christ. Does it look like I could eat it without dying?
Yeah, a lot of people eat bone marrow. Some say it's delicious.
Oh, sure, but is it not like rotten?
It's probably been here for a day or two. It's a cool, damp cave. Temperatures aren't very high. Bacterial growth is likely.
I take it slowly. And I sort of like consider it. I try and delay. I mean, this thing said basically he's gonna kill me when I finish giving me information, so I try and delay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The knights, I know them. I've met them a few times.
It will
Give me a
probe
minute.
you.
Give me a minute to think.
Well, this may be a longer situation than is worth role playing, because it will probe you about the knights. It'll probe you about Cauldron, about castle defenses. It'll ask you about Thornwood. It'll ask you about Shirebrook. Pretty quickly, I think you realize that Cauldron is not the primary object of its interest. It's wanting to know what you know about the surrounding towns and cities and creatures and peoples and power structures.
Okay, yeah. I
try? Does it get bored, or does it sit here and interrogate me for hours? Is that all the things that it's doing? Like, does this go on for days, or?
It'll start with a few hours. It'll start with many hours. Without the sun or stars moving, it can be hard to tell the time. After the first hour or so, many of these other mongrel creatures will go off and about their other work. Some of these mephits will fly off. There will always be 3 mongreloids, mongrel men, mongrel mobs nearby. And,
I didn't see my armor or my sword anywhere.
Give me your very best perception check. Natural 20.
Where was that 10 minutes ago?
At some point, while one of these mephits is flying about, it'll be like down here on the bottom side, and you will catch the glint of firelight off of your sword down here.
Okay. Have they disarmed me of my like bandolier of daggers and my short sword?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just your clothing.
So hang on. In this first few hours where I'm talking to this thing, I say eventually, like, I've only been in Cauldron for a couple of months, but I know a lot about Stromheim.
Tell
You
me.
interested in Stromheim?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I grew up in the northeastern part of the city.
Celinda will interpose. Don't tell him. Anything you tell him, he'll just use against us. This is the end for us both. Face it bravely.
I roll my eyes at the creature. So like I was saying, northeast part of the city. It was a good life, we didn't have a lot, but me and my sister, we did all right. We had our mum. She worked as a washerwoman. Back then the city was nice, all the roads and that were clean. There was guards walking around. There was not that much crime. But over time, it all went to shit. About the time that the demons showed up, maybe you know him, things started to go bad in the city. And I've got a local history.
Fun siege. I remember it fondly.
I regale this thing with tales of Stromheim.
Okay.
I tell him the story of Carlo Vallejo. I tell him about the Copperheads. I tell him about the Redcoats.
He seems very
about
interested
the Pitmen.
about the Copperheads, the Redcoats, the Pitmen, the Demon
fuck them
Slayers. The
guys.
gangs especially are very interesting to this creature.
I try and... I'm going to feed him little bits about Shacklebrook and Cauldron if I have to. But I will try and spin him a yarn and distract him with tales of Stromheim's history and culture. I've got a local history. I've got high charisma. I'm trying to offer him useless fairy tales and like local culture rather than telling on Shacklebrook.
I need you to make me your first of many checks right now. This is going to be your charisma check. 32 is
Nice.
excellent. You manage to bait out the creature with slow bits of information, taking your time, moving away from the topic of Cauldron. You'll get through your first 4 or 5 hours here. A new creature appears. Another winged, flying little monster. But unlike these mephits, it does not glow, it does not shed light. It does not have fire upon it. It is just a regular flying thing with horns and wings. It flutters into the cave and hovers above you, and this creature will clearly notice it as it comes in and silence you with one of its tentacles with a spike in front of your face. And it'll speak to this creature in a foreign tongue that you do not recognize. They will go back and forth for a little bit. And the monster before you will point one of its tentacles at Cylindra and tap it a few times. Cylindra tries to turn around, and the imp vanishes, turns invisible on the spot. Poof, it's gone. She looks about, and she can say, "There's something else here. What is it?" You might not. You probably saw the imp, I think. But it is invisible, and it will continue to speak with the monster for a few seconds before the monster turns its attention to another matter altogether and slithers off and around this corner.
Okay, I say something. Do you know what they were saying?
I don't speak their tongues.
Can't you do something? Can't you cast a spell or something? Get us out of here.
I could have gotten myself out of here. I would have done it already. Be patient. Be
I'm not
graceful.
gonna lay down and die. We came here to save you.
How's that going?
Yeah, not great. Thanks for asking. What happened? How did you get taken? I thought you were a powerful wizard. Isn't you like
I'm an amateur.
Isn't Lord
dabbling.
Devon gonna come and save us?
My guide who brought me here, Clarissa. She
Oh,
will
yeah,
surely
that's
get
she.
help.
Well, I'm the fucking help. She brought me here too. And I've given it a few more days. Some other poor soul's gonna be here. Did you see what happened to my nephew?
He was not brought in
Is
with
he?
you.
He wasn't?
We all are mortal. We all face an end.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm not dying here.
Do you see any other options?
I can see my sword over there. I'd rather go out fighting than become part of that thing.
Well, the creature has
wait.
at least disappeared from view. There are 3 Mongol creatures standing around, although it's been hours. They're not hovering on you. They're around the area and your weapons are far away. And there are 2 imps who probably have magic missile spells, which auto-hit for damage. I don't know if you're ever going to escape. You're going to die. Got any options here?
I might just talk to Cylindra, really.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense, though, right? If this thing can absorb us and get all our knowledge, why does he want to ask so many questions?
Don't think it gets everything. I don't really know. I'm piecing together things that I've heard, things that I've seen. When the
Do you know
creatures
what it
came,
is?
some sort of demon. Not any type I'm familiar with, but some sort.
By the gods. I'm damned. You know, I was just starting to make amends as well. I was making things right with Martha, you know. Me and Esther, we're starting to get on a bit better. But I haven't done enough yet.
Luther, I think the only way to do this fairly is to just give you a series of charisma checks to see if you can pull out your story and just, obviously he doesn't have 24 hours a day to attend to everything you say, but if you've read or heard the tale of 101 Arabian Nights, the idea is that this woman's has been bought. She's going to be killed at the end of the night, and she tells a story so good but doesn't quite finish it and says you can hear the rest tomorrow. And every day she has to come up with a new story that captivates her master.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah.
So
but I've got the advantage of having truth and local history on my side.
Sure. But the best you can do is buy yourself time. And I don't know any way to do this other than to just say you get as many days as charisma checks you can pass. And we know that in 4 days, a rescue mission may be mounted if Pigeon can.
Surely I need more time than that. Just how many charisma checks is Cylindra passing? She's still alive.
She's still alive.
I would say, he has actual information, so figure out how long he can actually give info, and then do charisma checks for when he would quote-unquote run out of
I think what I do is I spin a yarn for as long as I can. But when I feel like he's growing impatient with me, then I'll start to offer actual information.
And I think that's where this is, because he's not a necessarily easy to read creature, and this may very well be if I think you're wasting my time, I'm just going to eat you and try and learn things that way. And if I don't get it all, well, at least I'm not wasting my time. So I think it's charisma checks to manage this. I can't think of any other way to mechanize it.
But I'm thinking that I do charisma checks to spin him a yarn, and when I start to fail, then I'm forced to give real information. And then it's how long I can draw out the real information for on top of that.
So how would you determine how long you can draw out the real information for?
Yeah, I don't. Well, I think that's more of a function of like how much information I've actually got.
I think just passing 4 charisma checks to have to like quote unquote live is brutal.
Well, I mean, we are in
I would say maybe 3 because he already passed one with a natural 20.
Well, 4 won't be enough because you won't be here on the 4th day.
well, the 20 was a perception check.
Oh, sorry. He already made a 17 on a charisma check.
Yeah, so that's today's check. You managed to get all the way to when this other creature arrived, and now the one that you're talking to has been distracted by something. It will eventually come back round to question you again.
Well, I asked Cylindra why they haven't. What are you telling it?
He's not asking me anything.
Why are you
He hasn't
still
asked
alive?
me a single question. I have no idea why I'm captive or alive. I see the bones around us. Some of them are human, some of them are dwarf, some of them are halfling, some are ogre. It's clearly capable and desiring to eat of us. Yet,
God.
I think it may eat you. You came for rescue. You were not a target of abduction. I'm sorry, my friend.
Okay. I'll make your. I'll make your charisma checks. I will try and I will at some point try and buy myself more time by telling it truthful things. Like, I'm trying to say that Luther won't keep Shacklebrook's information to the grave. Like, I'll 100%
Okay.
give things up if I have to.
Okay.
But I will say, if I feel like I'm being eaten, I'm making a run for my sword and I'll go down fighting.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not sure I'll fight, but I'd rather be magic missile than eaten.
Okay. Well, give me the first charisma check here.
Watch this, the fucking one. Oh, okay.
13 modified to a 28. The second day, you were able to share information about what's happening around you. Stromheim, the city. You get questioned for a few hours. You get brought some fish, and you'll see this thing out here. It also eats the fish. It doesn't appear to be eating the bones. You'll see the mongrel men come back with little woodland creatures, sometimes a deer, sometimes a rabbit, sometimes birds. They'll drag them into the cave down to where these lights are and eat them. The lights here are lanterns that are being refilled by the mongrel men with oil from some supply stash further down into the cave somewhere that you haven't seen. You'll make...
At the end of my second day, I asked the thing, like, how long have you been here? Did you come with the demons?
Came through the door early, very early. I have been here since then.
What do you want? What are you trying to do? I could help you.
No. No, these can help me. These are my friends. It uses its tentacles to demonstrate to the mongrel men. They're obedient and loyal. You are cowardly and treacherous.
That's
Your
not true.
only
I can
good
be-
is your strength, which
I can be loyal. I could be loyal.
No. No. No human outside the realms of magic can ever understand or care. You pitiful being, you sad favorite of the gods. You are not worthy of their attentions nor devotions. You do not realize what you have. You don't appreciate your gifts. You waste them. I've toiled for 10,000 years in pain and darkness and silence. You do not value what you have.
I could learn. Teach me.
Tell me about Thornwood.
Yeah, Thornwood. Okay.
Next
Well,
day,
it's,
charisma check, please. A 6 plus 15 is 21. You managed to
holding
drag
on.
out some more stories. You talk about what's in Thornwood. You talk about Colonel Tulwick over there, the fort, the walls, the defenses.
She's building a new fort. Yeah, she comes from Drakus. I tell her about the old knight. I tell it about the old knight that Pigeon told me about. They say that they're slaying ogres in the Thornwood. She's got a tenuous alliance with Shirebrook and with Cauldron. Yeah.
Give me another check. 10 plus 15 is 25. They're coming along. New Fort. Tell me about New Fort.
I don't know. I've not been. There's nothing there, you know. There used to be a dwarf in charge. He used to be the big boss around here, you know. He was like the count before your good self turned up and kind of ruined all of that. There was this dwarf guy down there. He was the count, you know. He was in charge of Shirebrook. There was this other town called Whiteshore. I never went there. And Shirebrook and Whiteshore and Newfort. Yeah, he was the count of all of them. And yeah, I don't really know. I think Newfort now, it's kind of abandoned. You know, a lot of it was destroyed. It was close to whatever happened with you guys. Where did that start? Where was this door, by the way?
Does not matter. Tell me about.
So a big castle in
Pittsburgh.
Newfort. Pittsburgh. Oh, Pittsburgh. Now that's a place. A lot of peat. You know, they make
A lot of bergs.
They make a lot of peat there. Wait, Pittsburgh is which one, Neil? Is that the one with the
That's where we
dock?
found the magic carpet.
Yeah, well, I can tell you a story about Pittsburgh, let me tell you. So, there's two noble families there. One of them is this lady called Calpurnia. She was a redcoat. You remember the redcoat? She was a redcoat from Stromheim, and she married this guy from Pittsburgh. And they're one of the two noble families that are trying to rebuild Pittsburgh. There's two of them, you know. They're both building their own mini forts, mini keeps. Good thing about Pittsburgh, though, is there's a dock down there, and there's this fella from Drakus. I don't know if you'll have heard of him. Goes by Lord Marshal or something like that. You know, he's got his brother or something runs Fortune, but he's got like a shipping company. Like, I think he's some sort of merchant. And anyway, me and my nephew, we robbed the docks down in Pittsburgh, and you'll never believe what we found. You'd like it, actually. You won't believe what we found down there. There was,
What did you find?
What, a magic carpet.
What does that mean?
And I think it can fly, like a flying carpet, and also a wardrobe that eats people.
Do you know how blessed you are to be permitted the power of flight? Do you know how easy you have it, youngest child? My
These guys
people
are
never
flying.
had it that hard, that well. We
Relations to
crawled
your methods.
everywhere. Monsters.
That sounds really tough. So tell me about where you're from.
Do not think you can play mind games with me, mere mortal. I see everything in you.
Sorry.
Give me another charisma check as you talk about these other things, and actually give me an intelligence check.
Another
What I
pass.
really need. 13 plus 15, 28, and the int check.
And
Oh my
and a pass in
god!
check. We're doing it, boys. We've saved all our luck.
Don't need to roll well in combat if you just roll well on interrogation and delaying your enemies. So you passed 25 on the int check. This creature has asked you about Newfort, about Thornwood, about Misty Rapids, about Cauldron, Pittsburgh, Tassel, Stromheim, Limestone, Kneecap. It's asked you about Anvil, which doesn't even exist anymore. It has not asked you once about Shirebrook.
That is interesting.
Now, we have passed a bunch of charisma checks. I'm not saying you're alive. I'm saying there is a chance that
Let's go.
maybe Pigeon can get people over here fast enough and they can assault the cave fast enough to get you out. But we might not get there. I would like us to continue to brace for the end of Luther. Pigeon.
Okay.
Pigeon, buddy.
What's the plan? Can we do a little break
Yeah.
before we go back to Pigeon?
All right. It is the 9th of April. It's the late afternoon in Thornwood. You've been resting for days. You've gained your HP. Finally, you hear the trumpets blaring and the sound of people kind of taking up attention. Some folks come out to the streets, and down in the area where the entrance to the city is, the main gate, comes the victorious party of Colonel Tulwick and her knights and men at arms. Mooton, can you roll me a 1d20, please?
Yep.
Roll low.
They've had great success. 17 out of 20 success. Very few casualties, a handful of wounded, only 1 or 2 dead of the lower level workers, lower level soldiers that were ambushed. Ogres
I'm gonna
slain,
immediately like run up to
loot
them.
gathered. Yeah, there's a bunch of people just watching as these folks parade back into the streets in marching formation. Colonel Tulwick. She's sort of waving to the people coming back as Pigeon
I run
runs
up
up
to her
shouting,
horse.
Colonel. She looks down at Pigeon. She makes
I
a
grab the
charisma
rein.
check. It's a natural 1. She says, hello there, good
That's
citizen.
good.
I'm the deputy of Cauldron. We desperately need your help. We've been waiting on you.
You can be walking beside her as she trots her horse down
Yeah.
the road. Deputy of Cauldron. Oh, that... Oh.
The sheriff's captured. And so is Lady Selena.
Who's Lady Selena?
She's one of the wizards in Shirebrook.
Mm-hmm. And they've both been captured, you say.
Yes, and
What's the lady's name who took us there?
Clarissa Moss.
Celia.
Clarissa Moss. She was bringing Lady to the Black Pine Marsh. And then there's this mongrel that I brought back.
I would call it like a human beast type thing.
Mm-hmm.
It captured him, and there were these flying things on fire that were shooting missiles at us. That like these magic missiles, and then the fire shot on me.
I kind of show her my wounds that they're semi-healed now.
Yeah. Magic missiles, the bird marks, the fire breath.
Luther's sword was it was hot. It looked like it was heating up in his metal. It was singeing. And they captured him or killed him.
I shrug.
I see. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Well, we need you to come help get them back.
I thought you said they were
There's a whole
dead.
cave of these things. I assume that they're captured.
The fire-breathing dragons captured your friend but didn't kill him. The mini flying
Well, they were-
fire-breathing dragons.
There were 3 of them, and then there were these other guys.
And I
We have one captured. It's here.
She pulls her horse off to the side, sort of like motions for everybody to march back to the fort. One of her bodyguards will sort of park his horse nearby, keeping an eye. And she'll look over at you and say, the last time you and I had a strong conversation, you lied to me many times. You tried to kill me in my sleep and steal all of my stuff. Why should I believe a word you're saying? Just because some fool in Cauldron has had the poor sense to promote you to deputy or detective.
I'll get on my knees and I'll kiss her feet, and I will let her know that
Well, ma'am, I'm reformed now. I'm no longer a criminal, and I'm a upholder of the law.
She views you with great skepticism and must make a charisma check to determine if you are telling the truth or lies. Give me, I know your charisma's low, Pigeon, but gods damn it, you need a good one here.
well, you got a 16.
It's not the best one that we could have had. Truth and lies. She actually rolls terribly too.
Well, hopefully the proof
Both
that I brought back can
fail.
help it out.
Yeah, she seems unsure about you, whether you're telling the truth or not. Her brow furrows. You said you brought a creature back from them?
Yes. I've
Bring
never
it
seen
to
one
the
before. It's
fortress.
I think it's already there.
Oh. Well, then let us go see this together. And if you are lying to me, not even Lord Shacklebrook will
execute
shave
me.
you this time.
No, you can execute me if I'm lying.
You
I
volunteer
swear
for
by
death?
all the gods. Oh yeah, I swear by the gods on this.
Really?
Oh, every one of them.
That's quite a bold claim. You know what they do with people who take their names and oaths in vain, don't you?
If I'm lying, please, Malchus, strike me down now.
Nothing.
Wouldn't that be nice if that worked? If you could just make an oath to the gods, and if they didn't kill you immediately, it was fine.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
She'll take you back to the fort, and sure enough, one of the guys there will produce the mongrelman prisoner that she will look at up and down and shake her head in vile disgust. I've seen these things before. They live at the edges of society in the sewers, hiding in corners, using their powers of mimicry to lure innocent people into dangerous places. They can mimic the sound of anyone or anything. Did you know that?
Yeah, I heard one of them. They sounded like a bird.
I assume they've been interrogating this guy. So they have hopefully information, but...
She talks to the guards, who report that they have questioned the creature, and it is most pitiful indeed. It claims that it grew up in Stromheim amongst its so-called family, and then came to the Black Pine Marsh to work for some creature it calls Talash. Talash, according to this mongrelman, is not of this world, is a demon from far away. And you can see General Tolbeck's, or Colonel Tolbeck's eyes sort of like glitter when this guy says, like, it's a demon from another plane of existence. And she's like, oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, these things that were flying around, they were like demons. I've never seen them before. They're not from here. Please, we gotta save the wizard and my boss.
My men need time to rest. They need time to heal before they turn around and march out.
But if we wait too long, they might not be alive. I'm sure they're alive right now.
When was the last time you saw him alive?
4 days ago.
You think it survived? You think that man survived 4 days in the custody of demons?
Respectfully, ma'am, we survived like a week in the custody of you. We can talk our way almost out of everything.
You do have a knack for that.
He's not wrong. Yeah.
If we go now, we can save him. I saw your men. You must have had a great hunt. Like, there was only 2 guys injured. You can just leave him back. And think of you killing these off-world creatures. I mean, they could have treasure.
I give a shrug.
And where would you be during this assault?
I'll help you
Perhaps
if you want.
Here in my house stealing my things?
I will come with you. I will help.
So you'll come distract me while Sheriff Luther comes and breaks into my keep and steals all my things.
Then what would you like? Whatever you want. I'll do anything. You can put me in the dungeon. If you want, I'll be in the dungeons, and then until you come back. And if anything happens here, you just execute me when you're done. Even if there's a copper coin missing.
Guards, search him. Take all of his things. Throw him in the dungeons. One of the
just
big
go
heavy
today.
guards comes on over to
give
you.
up, yeah.
Crazy.
You let them search you and take all your stuff?
Yep.
They lead you to the dungeons. They throw you in.
There you go. I sit.
She watches from outside the dungeons as you sit there.
I beg her to
Open
go
the
today.
door again. Search him one more time. The guards come in. They search you one more time.
I should have nothing, yeah.
You really would stay in this dungeon.
Oh, big time.
You know there's no escape, right? This is a freshly built dungeon. The mortar is solid. The bars are good.
Yeah, he's got my lockpicks.
Where else can you hide lockpicks? Search his mouth. Search his gum. See if
I
he's
show
got anything.
hole.
Yeah. They do
I
the
show butthole, too.
they don't search your butthole.
I
They're
show
not-
him it.
Please put it down. Put it down.
Hey, all right. Please, just go get him. Time is a wasting.
You really care for this man, don't you?
He's the only thing I care about besides Lord Shacklebrook, who saved us.
I saved you. Well. Okay. I will do this favor for you. I will risk
thank
my
you.
life for you and your partner. I want you to remember this.
Oh, if you ever need anything, I can do anything for you. Just you tell me. I could break into Lord McGarry's keep. That's how good of a lockpicker I am. If you ever need a box open or anything, I'll do it. Skip diddly do.
I sit back in the dungeon.
Get him out of the dungeon. Get him his stuff back, she says. The guards will haul you out back into the open area of Thornbrook. If we're going to do this, we're going to need someone who knows the area. You'll have to take us there.
I'll take him there, but I'll also go and run and get the Lady Moss.
She fucked off to Shirebrook.
Oh, she went to Sherbrooke. Yeah, I'll take
Yeah.
him there. I'll take him the exact same way. I mean, I know the tracking.
Yeah, it's true. You have a
Go for
tracking
it.
proficiency. Okay.
I was listening when she was talking about the things that are going to hurt you, in the Black Pine Marsh.
Mm-hmm. I thought that would go a little more difficultly.
Nice work.
Okay.
Think of the glory.
Yeah,
For
she
people-
might rid this area of demons.
Yeah, I mean, this
She's a
is a
hero.
worthwhile thing for her to do. This thing's dangerous. I can just
She
tell.
doesn't know it, and I don't know it in character, but this is a very important thing to do.
Yeah. We've actually done a great service by leading them to this.
Oh, yeah. We'll get a great reward, I'm sure.
Yeah. All you've got to do is pickpocket your magic dagger back in the process.
Simple.
They can leave the next day. How many? We rolled a 17 for their successfulness, so there's not that many wounded people. I have notes here about the number of knights she has on hand. 20 knights, 50 men at arms. Most of those
Oh,
are
they're going
back
to clear
in the
this fucking area out.
Thornwood. Well, she can't take all of these people. Most of
Yeah.
them have to stay and defend the town. That is a lot. With the 17, I have some tables here to determine how many of her people have died. Oh, that's what was going on. So it's not the highs, it's not the mediums, it's definitely the lows. All right. She will saddle back up with 10 of her knights. Because you've described the place as a cave. So at a certain point,
Yeah, and I'm
numbers
going to
don't
also
really
tell
matter.
her that they should probably be wearing leather because these things can cast like some sort of heat metal. And I'll explain that I saw as I was running out Luther's like fucking shit glowing.
Okay.
I don't know what you want to do with it, but just keep it in mind.
Looks at you untrusting. Now you're taking her to a cave in the swamp and telling her not to wear her armor? That seems like a bad
Well,
plan.
Less taking, not to wear it, but easy to take off. But yeah, that's fair.
Feels suspicious.
Can I give you a charisma check for that one?
Yeah. Oh my god. The natural 19 modified 26. It's a very good charisma check. Okay. They'll come back. How many checks did you pass? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 charisma checks. And 1, 2, 3, 4.
It was on the 5th day.
5th day. Okay. You can, the next day, you can sit out with these people. You'll have to hurry behind them as they're on horseback, and you can bring a horse, and it's fine. You can point the way, and you're going through the forest, so it's actually kind of slow going. You can't like ride quickly through the forest on the horses. We're gonna quickly flip back to the lair where the monsters are for a minute. Luther.
Don't make me roll another one, Dale, please.
Brutal.
This creature wants to know, to you, who is the most powerful wizard or sorcerer or arcane spellcaster in Eridon?
The most powerful one that I know, or the most powerful one
The
that exists?
Yeah, who's the most powerful one that exists in all of Eridon? It's asking you.
I mean, can I roll some sort of check, Neil, to see if there's like a person that I know about?
It would just be
In
the
Stromheim.
things that your characters have run into. You don't know any other wizards.
There's no one famous in Stromheim. Famous wizard in Stromheim.
Not that you would. No. There were some, but after the war and everything, a lot of the good wizards left.
Do you know the wizard MrMouton in Mistria?
It's not Eridon.
No, I know, but his tutor resides in Shirebrook, right? Lord Divan, I think. I feel guilty next to Cylindra, but I say it anyway. He taught MrMouton, and he has a number of wizards under his command.
Who is
Surely
the
him.
second most powerful wizard in all of Eridon?
Do you remember the Copperheads? I told you about them.
Yes.
Their leader is a man named Joris, son of Joris. He is a powerful spellcaster of great renown.
In the
And then-
city.
The city, yeah.
Underground.
The most... Yeah.
How do you get into his home?
There's a temple in Stromheim, in the Copperhead district, called the New Hill Temple. In there is a way below.
What is the way?
I've not seen it myself, but it's frequented by the Copperheads. It's in the temple itself, a trapdoor leading down some stairs. There's many ways, though, I'm sure. And there's another leading Copperhead called Striker. She has an estate. I expect there's a way down into the city from there as well. You know, there's another wizard, goes by the name, you'll like this, Malchus. He works for the Pitman. I've seen him cast powerful spells.
He's taken your name for that god as his own?
He has, yes. Arrogant man.
Where is this demigod?
He lives in Stromheim in the Pitman area. I don't know where he lives, they keep it secret. But I know where he drinks, where he spends time. There's a tavern called the Grimy Gremlin. There's a back room there. That's where Malchus hangs out.
Yes, I know the grimy gremlin.
You do?
I know the grimy gremlin.
Maybe I saw you in there
Been
sometime.
there. One of me has been there.
Whoa. Yeah, well, like this Malchus guy, that's where he lives. He's got a really powerful item as well. Something I found for him. It's a gem. He said that it contained memories of some old wizard.
The two of you by now will have been moved to this back little chambery room thing over here.
Okay.
Slightly more confined, less open area, because you're here for days now, and I mean the mongrel men have things to do. No one can afford to just keep everyone watching you all the time. You got other business, but anytime you're awake, you'll always have at least 2 mongrel men nearby.
Mm-hmm.
This is a much safer way to store the prisoners.
Is there always an imp? My method?
No,
Or not?
no. After a couple of days, the Mephits are going about doing their own thing. The mongrel men are doing their own thing, but they always have 2 guards on you, and they don't feed you enough for you to really regain HP. A little bit of food here and there, but the conditions that you're kept in are pretty bad. You can't really, you don't have a lot of...
Not at all? Not even like one every 2 or 3 days?
They're intentionally not feeding you enough for you to heal. They're keeping you intentionally in a weakened state.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The mongrel men have weapons on them.
Nope. Well, natural weapons, claws, scales, serrated bits, spikes, teeth.
Can I do... I'm not saying I'm doing this, but can I do a sneak attack with unarmed? Or an improvised weapon like a rock or something?
You could, I would say, if you've managed to like take a shard of bone, you could use that as a D3 shiv that, does D3 for the first attack, D2 for the second, third, and fourth attack, and then 1 thereafter.
Could I have got such a thing?
I would allow you a pickpockets check at advantage to have found a time to grab such a thing.
Don't do that. You'll
No,
lose
I'm not gonna risk it.
XP anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't want that, if you're trying to avoid using your thief skills, which sneak attack would also be a thief skill.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying not to meta because I know that you guys are coming, so I don't want to risk it. But Luther is obviously not necessarily relying on that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he would be prepared to risk some XP to save his life. So I don't know that I would risk trying to grab a bone when I'm surrounded by people watching me. That might be too risky. But if they're giving me like broken bones to eat, right?
Mm-hmm. Or fish
Do I really need it?
pieces. Yeah.
Yeah, but do I really need a pickpocket check to have grabbed one?
I was thinking off of the ground, but if you get a bone to then just not. Yeah, I guess they're not collecting your refuse. I suppose there's probably a bone lying at your feet here. That's a good point.
Okay. I'm adding a bone shiv to my character sheet.
Okay.
All right. I mean, yeah, I carry on being interrogated.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of...
I feel like... Sorry, I know you're thinking.
Go ahead, though.
Luther perceives, I think, that he's doing a good job of remaining interesting to this creature for now. I would like to think that if I was going to try and escape, that I might have time where my last conversation with it went a bit poorly, and I felt like tomorrow it might be the day, and that might be a trigger to make a move. But I'm not going to try and do anything whilst I feel like I'm still doing a good job.
Yeah, a cooperative prisoner is a very valuable resource. You want to know something about the area, this creature knows everything. You keep it on hand for a while, something comes up, you want to ask it something. Quite nice to have. It might, however, doesn't like having so many resources tied up in this. 2 days after you first saw that imp come through, and then it disappeared.
Just want to say, it's got to watch Cylindra anyway, so there's not really any extra resource to watch me.
Well, that's what we're getting to, is that 2 days after... Well, let's just move it to today, because we already rolled other checks. Today, the 9th of April. I'm sorry, the 10th of April. The imp reappears. And when it does so...
enclave.
Yeah, it will sort of flutter in and pass, not when this creature is before you, like separately, outside of this creature's existence. It'll come by. It'll flap near the mongrel men who kind of make way for it. It'll flutter up to the 2 of you back here, completely ignoring you. It'll come land near Celinda, who looks at it, and says, "You," and it will say in the common tongue, "You should never have come to Shirebrook." And then it will descend upon her, rip her to shreds.
Oh, fuck. Are the mongrel men still there?
Well, they only have +1 to hit, really? Oh, that's okay. That's her AC's not that high. Yes, they are still here. I guess it doesn't rip her to shreds. It stabs her with its barbed tail for 4 points of damage, which is good enough. And she will fall into unconsciousness, and then it will flutter. It will look at the mongrelmen knowingly, and then like fly out of the cave. And the mongrelmen will kind of like hurry over and take a look at her, and then back up to the entranceway.
Oh.
I check her.
She is dying. She's taken 4. She's at -3.
I tear some cloth. Try and bandage the wound. If the mongrel men like grunt at me, I'll stop.
They don't, but before you can really get too far in binding the wound, her heart seizes, her muscles spasm slightly, and she goes still, like rigidly still. She has been killed.
I shove myself into the corner and like hold my knees to my chest. Try and make myself small.
Yeah. Maybe an hour later, the creature will come back. The mongrel men will speak to it. They'll say, like, "Oh, great master, the other one has killed the half-elf." And the tentacle man, monster, demon creature comes over, like grabs her with one of its tentacles and like drags her out of the cave. Well, out of your little section, pulling her corpse.
I wince thinking that even if I die, it can still eat me.
Leaving you just with these two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of wish that you guys weren't coming, because I feel like maybe I could sneak attack, kill these two, and like run. But no,
Run through the whole lair on 1 HP.
You never know.
I mean,
I can hide, right?
you could hide.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't been given up for dead yet. You haven't been. This creature still finds you valuable. The imp didn't seem to find Cylindra valuable, or something else. Do you have any ideas of why the imp might have killed her?
Literally got no idea, because the creature wasn't asking. Still to this day, didn't ask her a single thing.
Didn't ask her anything.
Does it know about Shirebrook when I'm speaking to it?
I mean, it asked you to move on from Divin pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think maybe that it's already killed someone from Shirebrook and it knows. Perhaps. But then I also maybe think that maybe she is the imp's prisoner and I'm its prisoner.
Interesting. Well, give me one more. Give me one more charisma check here.
No, not one more, Neil. No. That's uncalled for. How many? I've already rolled 5, haven't I?
You have.
Surely that's enough.
This is a different charisma check for a different purpose.
Oh. Okay.
It doesn't mean you can fail this one. 14 plus 15, 29. It's fine. These are useful checks here. All right, Lucas, Pigeon. You are approaching.
Epic. I can't believe that I might survive this.
With the general and some knights. I don't have tokens set up for them. I was not expecting this outcome.
Well, no.
No,
you can't have expected us to kill all of that on just the two of us, though.
Yeah, I kind of did.
Did you? Okay.
Just a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah? If we'd have killed them efforts and had a chance.
Yeah,
if we'd have got them down quick.
I think it's one of those things that if they mob you, the action economy is just so unfavorable. But if things had moved, if you had taken that first group, which you did, and then that second group, which you did, and if you had space in between the second and third group to regroup and make a plan, I feel like you could have done it. Might have taken multiple days of sieging the place. Maybe go back to Thornwood, and then come back. Maybe do it all in one big run with some good rolls. But you had bad rolls, and they had good rolls. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saved my luck for when it mattered, though. 8 pass checks, actually. Perception, int, and 6 charisma checks. That's unheard of for me.
That is unheard of. How long has it been since you rolled below a 10?
I tell you what, I feel like I do have a knack for rolling quite well when the chips are really down.
All right. Here is going to be Colonel Tolwick. And we need some nearby friends. Now, I don't know how best to go about this. I think just a straight up mass combat with a whole bunch of these people will take a while and not be particularly interesting. The Floff mass combat that we did earlier this week went pretty well.
I found it fun. I think this would be good. I think it's good. A little bit. I think they're gonna run through these guys.
That's what I would think.
I think so too.
You just do a luck check. Fuck it.
Let me control some of the guys.
You know what? Let's do it that way. I love the big rolls. This is a great idea, Pigeon. Roll me a d20 for the success of this mission. Or wait, should Luther roll it? Oh, 16's a good
That's
roll.
good.
Good job.
It goes pretty well. Pretty darn well. Better than average. Not perfect. You can...
Way better than average.
Yeah. You can be alongside them. You know, you let them know what's up. They head on over to the front.
I'm in there fighting too.
Well, they tell you to stand behind and let the real warriors do the work. You know, I know you're doing the right thing here. You're trying to save your friend, but their opinion of you is so cemented from long ago, especially with their cultural ties to Drekis.
If you need help, you tell me, okay? Just call my name. Just say Pigeon. I'm going to be following you the whole way.
Mm-hmm. They'll go on in. Just hate letting you get rescued like this. It just feels terrible to me. There's something wrong.
Feels great to me.
NPCs doing their jobs?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is
player
good for them
characters?
too. Like, whatever's going on here is insane.
Yeah, this is some fucked up shit going on in this cave.
Yeah. You did take out half of the mongrel men in this area. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you took out half of the mongrel men. You didn't get any of the 5 mephits that are in the area. So it's really just the 5 mephits they have to deal with.
And the imp on the thing.
And we had the genius idea of bringing the mongrel men back.
That
Or
was
at
good,
least taking
yeah.
one hostage.
Yeah,
That might have been what saved us, because without
That's a
that, she
saving,
might
yeah.
not have believed you. Yeah.
she definitely wouldn't have. Yeah, prisoners are useful. From the outside of the cave, you'll hear some shouts and cries. You'll hear some pains.
I hear this.
You will also hear this. 4d4 plus 4 against 4d10 on this night. Ooh, that night is good. Okay.
Is this the same day that Cylindra dies?
Yeah. It's the same day
That's
that Cylindra
unfortunate.
dies. You'll start to
Let's
hear
get
the
him to come any
sounds of
quicker.
violence coming through the cave. Sounds of shouting, steel clashing on stone as great warriors miss their shots. Imps crackling with laughter, flooding around, calls for arrows and crossbows. The whole group will retreat out of the cave for a little bit, change out their gear. Colonel Tolwick will hand one of the wounded knights, the one who took a face full of magic missiles, potion of healing.
Damn.
They'll now go back in, this time 6 with crossbows and 3 with weapons, melee weapons.
I told you, ma'am.
Not to gloat.
Mm-hmm. Luther.
Yes.
When the sounds of fighting get a little bit intense,
Yeah.
the creature who was previously speaking to you slithers off into the darkness. The mongrelmen that are guarding you, when it slithers off and like a few moments pass. One of them hurries away. The other one stays to watch you.
Okay. If it's watching me, I don't do anything. But
Yeah.
when the fighting reaches this room and it turns, it's just not worth the risk. But I feel like I'd have to do it. So when the fight... No, wait, why give up the XP? I chill out.
Metagamer to the end. When the sounds of combat get louder, the only the one is watching you, and it too will retreat into the darkness at a certain point.
Yeah. I mean, I hide in the darkness. Not hide, but hide.
You hide, but not hide.
I don't mechanically hide.
You just cower, I think is the
I
appropriate.
cower, yeah, I'm on 1 HP. Listen, I've been through some shit here. This has been... this has not been a good experience by any measure of it. It's been horrific, really, like, to consider it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Luther's been through some tough times, but this is on another level of mind-breaking.
Eventually.
I hear a squeaky voice in the darkness.
There's the sound of heavy boots. A crossbow plinks through the air. You can hear voices saying, "In here! Oh my God, look at the bones!" And soon Pigeon will find you.
Pigeon! Oh, by the gods, I can't believe it!
Did we get them all?
Did you get the thing with the tentacles? And the...
No, you haven't seen any sign of it. The knight shows up. Sheriff
Lady
Luther.
Tulloch! By the gods, what are you doing here?
It must be a pleasure to see me.
I'm glad to see you.
Well,
Did you...
we got them all. We killed all the imps.
Did you... No,
Let's go.
there's something else. There's something else.
What do you mean?
A creature, it's like it's half squid, half man. It's been talking to me. It's been asking me about you, about Stromheim, about Cauldron, about Pittsburgh. It wants to know everything. It's been asking about wizards.
She turns back to her warriors.
I
Gives
told
them
her
orders.
things.
They grab torches and lanterns from off the walls in the area, and they begin to scour the cave. However, they find no sign.
Oh man, it gets away. Fuck.
They find no sign of the creature whatsoever. Your
Did
armor.
they kill the imp?
No, there was no imp. Well, they killed the mephits, the fire mephits, definitely.
This is not a dead imp here.
No, that was just I forgot to move it to the wrong layer.
There was something like the methods, but could go invisible and talk.
Nope. Just the flaming ones.
Cylindra.
She like reaches out an ungloved hand, or takes off a glove, reaches out a hand to your forehead. You're feverish. You must have been seeing things. God, look at you.
trust me.
You haven't eaten in days, have you?
I'm starved, but no,
You're hallucinating.
you're wrong. It's got to be here. No. The only reason I'm alive is because I was telling you things.
Where's the half elf?
She's dead. She's here. Oh, it dragged her away after she died. The imp killed it.
They search
Killed
the
her.
area. They don't find her body.
There's
While
gotta
they're
be a
searching
passageway in here.
the area, though, Luther and Pigeon, I need you to make me perception checks real quick here.
Let's go. Oh yes.
Wow, you both roll 29s. Their best roll is a natural 15 plus 2, 4, 1. Ooh, plus 7. That's a 22. A lot of you will notice that Luther's gear is over here. Your chainmail's gone. Your sword is here, though, but the chainmail is who knows where. You will also see there's some oil, some torches, some goods, some supplies, some crates and boxes. And there is Lady... What was her name? Lysandra?
Yeah, because
Celinda. Lady Celinda's spell book is in that pile next to your sword. I think as they're scouring the room for monsters, you both roll
Yeah, I shove
29,
it in
so
my
either
backpack.
of you can make a quick grab at it.
My backpack.
Done.
fuck yeah. Let's go.
They'll scour the rest of the area. There's no money in here anywhere, but they will find a pile of odd rocks, including a couple of gemstones, some gilded skulls that look like they've had like molten gold poured on them very gently or painted on them. There's little brushstrokes throughout the molten gold. They'll find a couple other trinkets worth some money and their time. But once the area has been thoroughly explored, and this water pit over here found to be deeper than one can wade in, looks like it's quite deep.
Maybe that's where it went, I say. It was like I said, it was half squid or half octopus or something. Had tentacles.
They will take you and go and escort you out.
All right.
You don't want to look for it?
In the water?
Maybe it's just in there. Maybe it's not. Maybe it goes to another side. Shouldn't we clear it out?
Take a look.
These things sound evil.
I'll go. Fuck it. I take off. Can I swim with my leather?
Best not to.
I take off my leather?
Mm-hmm.
He
Do you have
says,
swimming
Pigeon, don't try and
proficiency?
fight it.
No. I put my head under and I'll look around.
Yeah, the
Do I see
water,
anything?
the light from above does illuminate the area a little bit. It's pretty sandy down here. It's like a little bit of a walkway and then a steep drop off. You can poke your head as far in as possible, and that steep drop off like just goes down into darkness. It's at least a 10, 15 foot drop.
Shit, I don't know how to swim.
I go to
Give me-
Colonel Tulwick.
Wait. Before, as you're pulling your head out, Pigeon, give me one perception check. Just at -4.
Natural 20.
Oh, fuck.
Christ. You will catch a little bit of torn blue thin fabric.
I'll pull my head out
I don't know how to swim.
and I'll go up to the lady. I see something in there. And I'll explain it. I'll explain exactly where it was.
She sends one of her knights in. They take off their armor. They head on in. They reach down into the darkness. They've got a little bit. They can do a little swimming, a little bravery here. They'll pull it out. It is clearly, Nick. It's clearly a section off of Celinda's blue skirt.
This is what the wizard. This is Lady Celinda's skirt, her dress. This is what she was wearing. This must
I
be
must
where
lead
it's.
somewhere.
Lady Tulwick, please. I implore you. I am not hallucinating. This thing, it's not of this world. It's one of the demons. It came through a portal, it told me. Remember, years ago? It said it was one of the first through the door. It's asking me questions about Shirebrook, around all the towns here.
Did it ask you about Thornwood?
It did, and it threatened to merge with me or consume me and know my thoughts. It said that I was telling about a tavern that the pitmen use in Stromheim. It said that one of its parts used to go there, that it's been there, that it knows this tavern. This thing is... I've been in some tough situations in my life, but on your honor as a lord, and on the gods, I swear to you that this thing needs to die.
I believe every word you say. I have no method of finding or killing it. I'm not sending my men underwater to search for an outer planar demon. The best we can do is regroup back at home and reassess our situation.
Well, I'm sure it will escape, but you should be on the lookout for this thing. I will too, if I make it back to Cauldron.
That
Well,
shall
at least
done
she
me.
believes us about it now.
You saved my life today, and I'm in your debt.
She will go with the lot of you and head out the cave. Eventually, you'll make your way back to Thornwood.
Luther is
Late.
quite quiet on the way back, but stays close to Pigeon. I feel a warmness in my heart for Pigeon here. He's really put his neck on the line to save me. I don't know how he's pulled it off. But Luther is grateful not only to not be dead, but to not be part of that thing.
Pigeon. You've saved this guy's life. He doesn't know that you bent the knee, you kissed the boots, you showed the starfish to Lady Tulwick.
The whole way, because we're probably like walking in the back because Luther's slow or whatever. I'm gonna be giving him a story.
Oh, and I went up to her and I was like, listen here, you slimy son of a bitch. You better go save him or I'll steal your shit again.
He just gives
I
him a
think
tall
that
tale.
like you probably noticed that there's a bit of a different air about Luther. I'm not really laughing at the jokes. I'm not really getting in with the banter. I'm quite subdued and just a bit shaken and scared, I think.
Yeah.
And sort of in shock. Do they give me some food, Neil?
Yes, they will give you some food. Not a lot, just some bread that they were carrying for the journey. They'll tell you you'll eat tomorrow or you'll eat tonight when you get back to Thornwood. Just suck it up for another few hours.
If they've just got some bread, though, that'll do me. It's better than eating rotten fish and bone marrow.
Mm-hmm. They do. Party will get back to Thornwood.
I keep the bone shiv. I pocket that. Yeah.
Why are you pocketing the bone shiv?
I think that I'm going to try and get it carved into an actual dagger or something and get it lacquered up and made permanent somehow, maybe. As a memory of having gone through this thing.
I like that. I like Hitiki having little tokens of important events.
It's hard because, obviously, as a player, we've been through some crazy fucking shit over the years in this world. But Luther's lived a very mundane life. And this is on a whole other level of, like, insanity. What he's just been through there.
This is
and nobody
unusual.
really understands the fear of this thing. Like, it is otherworldly and terrifying in a way that even like a chimera or something like that wouldn't be. A threat beyond just death.
Okay. Well, I will give you experience for the mongrel men that you did defeat. And I will give you experience for new and interesting things discovered, new life-changing experience. But I will give all the rest of the mongrel men and the mephits and all the lair clearing XP to the knights.
Fair.
I will take my thief stealing XP.
I can't believe we got the spell book. That's crazy.
There were 10 mongrel men. They're worth 180 each. That's 1,800 plus 500 for stories that you got, which is a small amount because, it went one way instead of another way. So that's 2,300 divided by 2 is 1,150 each. Pigeon, you got a move silently in there. What was the other one that you did? It wasn't a pickpocket. No, it was just the move silently.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, and I also want to give you maybe an extra 400, which is a lot, but your relationship with Colonel Tulwick of Thornwood was not great, and you really bent over backwards for Pigeon. You really made it happen. You really made her trust you in a way that there's no way she could normally trust you, right? She was going to execute you for the things you've done. And here you were trying the same ploy again, and you proved it. So 200 for move silently, 400 for that. It's another 600 for Pigeon. Luther, you get hit dice. There were 11 hit dice of mongrel men that you defeated.
It's another 330.
Okay.
Plus 10%.
Okay.
Cool. So 1628 total for me, which will level me up.
Okay. The party will get back to Thornwood. Not on great hit points.
Nope.
How long do you stay in Thornwood? When do you go back to Cauldron?
I'll probably send a runner today
Mm-hmm.
saying we got Luther out. He's fine. He needs a week of rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to rest for
Checking
Thornwood
my-
in a week?
Yeah, I think that's right. I'm just checking my next XP level. Is it 16,000, Neil?
Yeah, it should be.
For fighter? Yeah.
Well, the day after you send that letter, I guess the night after you send that letter, you will get a return that has been sent from Cauldron that says, return with all due haste.
Okay, we can
Tassel
buy a
has not
carriage.
gone well.
Okay,
Oh,
we'll
for
buy.
fuck's sake.
Yeah, we can buy a carriage then and leave the next day.
Yeah. Can I do my level up?
Let's just do that at the very end because I have a couple of things
Okay.
to say.
Okay.
I rolled
So
this.
I'm going on 1 HP. Do I
You'll be
do
at
I get
2.
some HP for the last day? Yeah.
You'll be at 2 by the time you're taking the carriage.
Yeah.
I rolled the consequences of Twin Towers, Kelbel, and Kelcaster going
I
into
tried to
Tassel.
warn him.
When you get back to Cauldron, the carriage drops you off. You make your way to the keep immediately. It's not great. Twin Towers almost died.
Oh,
Well,
good.
he's not. At least
He's not dead. He's not dead. He arrived with the others. They spotted him coming to town, obviously. He stood out front of the fort and called out for their boss to come and fight him.
Shartuk.
And Shartuk came out with some other gang members around him. They all sort of formed like a semicircle, and Shartuk said that he would duel Twin Towers for domain of Tassel. And as soon as Twin Towers stepped forward for the challenge, the other associated gang members around pulled out vials of acid and threw vials of acid on Twin Towers.
Oh my god.
He took
Fuck those
31
guys.
of 38 HP in acid
Oh, he didn't die.
damage.
That's awesome.
Kelbel shoved her way in with her heavy armor to stand in front of him, while Ancaster dragged him out.
Is
The-
Kelbel dead?
No, she took 4 points of damage out of 20 when Shartuk came and started to fight her. But she wears a lot of armor, if you remember.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was Ancaster who stood in front, not Kelbel.
Yeah.
Blanche Bell is the one who dragged him away. Ancaster, in her heavy plate mail, which does put her at a very slow movement rate, was able to fight off Shartuk for a couple of rounds, while the rest of them pulled back, and then she withdrew. And none of the minions really wanted to chase after, and it appeared they either had limited acid or didn't bring all of it with them. Maybe they just used everything in their first assault.
Fucking
And since
cowards.
then, Twin Towers, Kelbel, and Ancaster have been resting in Cauldron. Anne's armor slightly damaged from a little bit of the acid that was left over. Twin Towers badly burned with scars appearing across him as the acid begins to heal.
His face as well.
Arms, face, hands, everything is speckled with acid. Now it's
He's gonna look
it's
awesome. He's gonna look like the mountain now.
Was he handsome before?
Or I guess the hound.
let's give Twin Towers a hotness check. He had 16 hotness.
Oh, brutal.
Twin Towers. You know, his mother was
His
cursed
family
with
is
ugliness.
cursed, yeah.
He
Yeah.
has now been covered in acid. So 16 minus 13 hotness. Ooh, wow.
So he's down to 3.
He's down to 3 hotness. He is an
That makes
ugly
sense.
man. His hair has been melted and burned. His face is all twisted and awful. I checked to see if for critical injuries, he didn't have any of those. He passed his saves. So he's just wounded, and his heart is wounded. His pride is wounded.
I don't
because
think it
he's a
should be
burned
though,
man.
because these motherfuckers, they cheated. You know, they were
Yeah.
dishonorable. So I hope his pride isn't hurt that he lost.
I
Or
tried
that
to
he's
warn
ugly.
him.
Yeah, we did.
Well, I think anyone's pride would be hurt if you go from being a handsome man
Yeah,
to the
absolutely.
ugliest
I agree.
person. That's
How
a
old?
painful
How old
thing.
was he?
Is he? He's
Like,
not
was he?
dead.
Was he gonna be married in the future, or was he already decided to live a single life?
He's still waiting for. He's 31. You know, he's still waiting for the princess to come and sweep him off his feet.
Fuck, man, that sucks for him.
He's cooked.
He's gone from Jamie Lannister
To Jamie
the
Lannister.
mountain. yeah, basically, yeah. Do we get informed this from Shacklebrook or from Boris? Is it Boris?
Basil.
What's his name? Basil, yeah.
Yeah, Basil will be the one to tell you these things.
Does he ask about what happened to me?
Oh, of course. He wants a quick recap. He tells you a quick recap, and then he sends you in to see Lord Shacklebrook.
I need to go and speak to Shacklebrook about it.
I need to speak to him too.
I don't give all the details to Basil.
Well, Basil comes in for the meeting.
Yeah, it's
he'll
fine.
be
but I
here
need
as
to tell
well.
Shacklebrook.
Sure. We find ourselves in Lord Shacklebrook's room late at night, well after the castle would normally be closed and people, including yourselves, normally turned away from daily business. But it has not been a great couple of weeks for Cauldron. The
You
sheriff
need some good news, my lord.
badly
And I-
wounded this guy. Go ahead. Yeah.
I'll open up my pack and I will smack down a spell book onto
yeah.
Lord Shacklebrook's desk.
What is this?
I assume it's that lady's spell book.
The wizard from
Lady-
Shirebrook?
I
Celinda.
nod.
The half-elf?
Lady Celinda. Yeah.
He reaches out a hand, pulls the book towards him, flips open the cover. A common message scribed in the front. If lost, please return to Lady Celinda in Shirebrook. Reward 5,000 gold.
Oh, wow.
Fuck. I'm afraid she won't be able to pay, my lord.
Oh, her master might, though.
Maybe.
He flips through the
Think of the
pages.
spells that could be in there. I mean, this guy
Yes.
taught Imric McGarry.
Yes. He flips through the pages. He gets less than a quarter of the way through the book before they become blank. He thinks to himself.
Do we see him? Oh, the book becomes blank.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
The
he's seen
pages
how
are
many.
blank.
Yeah.
He puts the book aside. You've done very well. Good job.
Lord Shacklebrook, we need to talk about what happened to me.
You were captured by mongrelmen, says the letter. And flying fire creatures, mephits, imps.
Yeah, but that wasn't what that place was about. So we met Lady Celindra's guide in Thornwood, who was begging the guards there to help rescue her. And we took the task on ourselves and we headed into the Black Pine Marsh to this cave where, we fought a few mongrelmen, and I think the mephits took me down with their spells and Pigeon managed to retreat. But when I awoke, I was with Celindra in a pit of bones, surrounded by the mephits and the mongrelmen. And this thing, it had like blue flesh, and instead of legs, it had like 4 tentacles, like a squid or an octopus, and a large bulbous head with a line of vertical 3 eyes and weird gills in its throat. I've not seen anything like the thing before, and it spoke to me through slits in its neck. And this thing, it asked me questions about Cauldron, about you, about Shirebrook, about Stromheim, Petersburg, Thornwood, the gangs in Stromheim. It said that it would consume me once I ran out of interesting things to tell it. And for 6 days I was down there, and I managed to avoid talking about this place too much, but I told it a lot about Stromheim. I told it a lot about Thornwood. I don't know what it wanted, but it's from... Do you remember the demons?
I do remember them.
It claimed to have come through the same gate as them. One of the first to come through. It seemed jealous of us for having the favor of the gods.
Nothing that you've described sounds anything like the creatures that assaulted Stromheim. I saw them firsthand. seen countless drawings, artistic renditions. None of them sound like that.
I think this thing was special. It claimed to have lived for 10,000 years. But Lady Tulwick couldn't find it. When she searched the cave, it's escaped. Along with another type of method. It was brown, didn't have any fire or any... I didn't see it cast any spells other than invisibility. It killed Lady Celinda. It said
Ow.
that she should never have come to Shirebrook and then stabbed it with a pointed tail.
An imp,
Perhaps, yeah, an imp.
cousin of the Mephit. Slightly larger, more cunning, more dangerous, magically resistant. Oftentimes
right.
used as the familiars of evil wizards.
It spoke. It had no interest in me. Weirdly, the demon thing didn't care for Lady Cylinder. I never saw it asking her any questions, but once the imp killed it, it dragged her away into a pit of water, I think the same way it escaped. It seemed to be able to consume people and then learn their thoughts or gain their strength. I was telling it about the Pitman's tavern in Stromheim, the grimy gremlin, and it claimed to have been there in one of the people that it had consumed had been there. This thing was like nothing I've ever seen in my life. It was unworldly and terrifying. I'm only telling you in such great detail because I truly believe that whatever this thing is, it's a threat to all of us. It clearly has grand designs on this whole place. I'm not sure what we can do about it, but I thought you best know.
They said, move to Cauldron, be a lord, run the town, make it prosperous. That I'd have to deal with political nonsense, protecting the land from bandits and thieves, finding a way to encourage people to arrive and make the grounds fertile once more. Never said anything about monsters and assassins.
All I'll say is that a known risk is better than an unknown risk.
What does that mean?
Well, this thing is out there whether you know about it or not. It's better that at least we know.
It's true. I don't know
I
what to
really
do about
need-
this thing yet. We can't even deal with the brigands in Tassel, let alone some proclaimed 10,000-year-old something. It fled from the lady in
caves.
Thornwood.
Yeah, it fled, yeah.
How powerful can it be if it runs from a Dracissian?
True.
Handful of Dracissians.
Perhaps its strength is in smarts rather than brawn.
Perhaps.
Rest
up,
rest.
gentlemen.
Indeed. I'd give my regards to Kel Twin Towers.
Yes. Yes. You should see a token for her. What's her name?
Cylinder? Twin
So
Tower?
you should see Annabelle on your way out. I think she's still awake.
Oh,
Go
Thank you.
find her, have her look at your wounds.
I am. Yeah. I give Pigeon a look after I've just said all that to Shacklebrook. How have you taken that, Pigeon? You taking it in your stride or?
I think he's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's ready to go, you know. We still gotta
It
serve the
doesn't-
Lord. He
It doesn't
seem
like
too
disturb.
phased.
It doesn't disturb you. Okay, fair play.
Yeah.
Grim-faced, I leave the room and go to Annabelle Redshield.
All right. You will find her. She's in the makeshift infirmary. She's currently cleaning the tables in here and reorganizing some of the solves. The two of you walk in. Tristram Basket is in here. He pops up, sees the two of you, and says, his lordship must be free. I must go now. Cheerio, Annabelle. gives her a friendly wave and walks out. She looks at the two of you, puts her hands on her hips. I just got done treating the last batch of wounded warriors.
Is Hightower here?
Twin Towers?
Tower.
Yeah, I want to pay my respects.
He's in his room. He's supposed to be resting. You know where his room is.
You're not wounded, right?
I'm half.
No, but you recovered your health in Thornwood, no?
Yeah, but I'm still 29 HP.
Okay.
So I'll probably take bed rest too.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything you wanted to ask her, or was that just a...
No,
polite
I mean, does
conversation?
she ask anything of me?
Of course, yeah. She asked where you got your injuries from, what's been going on. I presume you tell her everything, or you tell her nothing, right?
I don't think I tell her about the demon. I tell her that I was held captive by Mongrelman and Mephits in a cave for 6 days.
Oh, how
Made to sleep on a
horrifying.
pile of broken bones.
Oh,
You
terrible.
can't imagine. Am I glad to see your face in a warm bed?
As long as you're not seeing them at the same time.
How have you been?
Not very busy, and then exceedingly busy.
Well, better that you're busy than... Better you being busy than the gravedigger.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, I think I stay in the infirmary, for lack of a better word, for a few days at least.
did you want to say your respects to Twin Towers, Pigeon?
Yeah, I'll knock on his door.
Go away, comes the voice.
It's me. It's your buddy.
Go away.
All right. I hope you feel better.
I'll slip him a gold under the door.
The man,
The
once
only-
bold and brave, now hiding from well-wishers.
We've got to get him a sick-ass mask.
True.
Helmet 2.0.
Because, like, yeah,
Yeah.
we know a mask guy, right? Not like a guy who makes masks, but we've seen it done before. Is what I'm
We
saying.
should like buy him a plate helmet.
Oh yeah, that'd be sick.
I know he doesn't usually wear armor, but maybe this will give him a reason to actually wear fucking armor.
True. Yeah.
His strength is so low. That's the problem, is that he's only
Yeah,
got
but surely
15
you could-
strength. Yeah.
You can't wear chainmail.
He
Oh.
does. He wears chain chest and leather limbs.
Do you not wear chain limbs?
That would bring the weight up to 40. He'd be encumbered. Yeah.
Damn.
He's not. He wants to be fast and light and get in there quickly. He doesn't want to be slowed. But maybe he will have to change his ways. You know?
You know the knight that was killed by the werewolf.
Yeah.
Yep.
What armor did he wear?
Dead retainers. Kel Isaac Elroy. 17 years old. Chain chest, leather limbs.
Can I need to get a new set of chainmail, so can I repurpose his chain chest and buy some chain limbs?
His stuff was given to his maid who has like traveled here and lives here. She owns it. It's her, you know, it's the weapons, the battle axe, the javelin, the dagger, the armor, the shield. These are the last things of the family that she spent her whole life serving. You could try and make her an offer.
How much would it cost to buy a full set of chainmail?
It's usually around 80 gold for a full set of chain, like during the days where it's available and produced. These days, higher demand, lower availability, so let's call it 110 for a full set.
There's none in the keep.
No, there's no spare chain in the keep, unfortunately.
Is she still here?
Yeah, oh yeah, she's a full-time staff member here. She works in the, I don't know, a maid of some kind throughout the keep.
Yeah, well, I'll offer us. How much is the chest worth? Out of the 80.
The chest is usually worth the 30, and the limbs are worth 50.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll offer
30 gold for the chainmail chest.
Give me a charisma check. Can you persuade her that this is worth her while? Yeah, 28. You know, she's got his axe and javelin. She's got his shield. She really wants the shield. You can have the armor. She'll sell it to you for 30. You could get a lot more for it. She doesn't know any better.
Can I get someone to go to Stromheim and get me some limbs?
You could send a messenger to try and buy some limbs.
Yeah.
Or you could send a messenger to like go commission some from probably someone in High Castle, to be honest. Maybe Stromheim, but I would go to High Castle.
Yeah, really?
Well, Stromheim people might charge you more. Your messenger might get killed and all the money taken. The blacksmith there might do a shitty job. You want good chainmail? I would go to High Castle for it. You might get subpar, like chainmail takes a lot of work, and someone might just half-ass it because it's high demand, and Stromheim's kind of a shithole.
I'm going to throw an extra 5 gold to the lady for the leather limbs.
Mm-hmm.
Is that reasonable?
Yeah.
And then I'll send someone with... Fuck, how much money do you have, Pigeon?
37 gold?
Yeah, okay. I send someone with... What, another 70 nail to get chain limbs made? Plus an extra 10 gold for travel.
You're going to send 70 gold for chain limbs to be made, plus 10 to get the person there and whatnot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that reasonable?
It is reasonable. You should expect it to take about 6 weeks, plus, probably another week or so for travel time there and back. Let's just round it up to 7 weeks.
Okay. I'm mending my armor for now. So I lose... It's 1 AC down, right? Leather limbs versus chain limbs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's not all bad news. In your absence, the pillory was installed and completed. Now you've got a place to put bad guys.
Let's go.
And someone has arrived in town with their wife and their family.
Bootsy!
Bootsy has made it to town.
Fuck yeah.
Bootsy's
We
here.
got a house for him as well.
Yes, you're just gifting him this house.
The house that the
Is
thief
your
was in,
authority to gift him? Doesn't that belong to... It
The
belongs...
Lord! We'll
No.
ask the Lord. We should
it belongs
ask
to
him.
the thief. We should ask him that.
Yeah, well,
We
he
should
tells
ask
you
him.
that the guy can pay rent like a normal person.
Yeah.
No. We should ask the Lord because I think you need a job, right?
He's a carpenter.
We were thinking
And Basil will say, yes, of course, he's a carpenter, and he can pay rent just like everybody else.
That's
Right?
fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
fair.
Excellent.
Still
What
there.
about we were going to employ him as like either a carpenter or we're going to employ him as a the watcher of like the prisoners in the
No, he's more used as a carpenter. We can get any old fool to be a prison guard. What happened to our mongrel man?
I think the Mulgrim's still in prison in Thornwood. You could send for the Mulgrim to be brought back.
So
I
we
don't think
should?
I don't think he's better here than there.
Oh, we put him to use here, maybe. Maybe
Oh.
we'll him recovered if he's still alive.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I mean, I'm down for that.
I mean, you could go and get him, right? You'll be...
If she'll hand him over. Yeah. I'll go get him, Neil.
Okay.
You could send a letter and request it. Say you'll come and pick him up.
Well, it's the next day. You talk to Bootsy on Saturday. You talk about the rent situation on Saturday. All of that stuff is going on. Sunday, the 14th of April.
Wait, can I just ask a quick question about Bootsy?
Mm-hmm.
Is he happy to be here?
He feels, the fresh air is probably good for the kids. Get out of the city. There's opportunity here now. That's one of the main reasons we were in Stromheim was opportunity. And boy, has that place gone downhill. I am he's a little distressed that he had to flee because of someone he knows is in trouble, and it's might come back to bite him. So that's not great. Like I have to leave my home and my family and my friend. Well, not my family, but my home and my friends.
It's not ideal, is it?
It's not ideal, but he seems to be trying to make the best of it. Like countryside, fresh air, you know.
That's why I like Bootsy. He's a glass half full kind of guy.
Yeah. Here's one
Okay.
more thing. This Sunday, the 14th, you'll be roused from your beds early.
How many days has it been?
You got back the night of the 12th. You saw what's-her-face on that night, and you've had all of the 13th to like run around and order chain mail and talk to Bootsy and everything. So probably just the 1 HP because you were making orders and plans and sending things around and getting stuff situated. Maybe 2 HP.
Yep.
It's here on Sunday, the 14th, that you're awoken early in the morning. You're woken by...
Separately, because I think I'm in the keep still. Or am I recovering in my own house?
I think you're recovering in your own house. You know, you might
Okay.
travel to the keep, or she might come out to visit you, maybe.
Yeah.
It's the shitty conditions to sleep. The infirmary there sucks. You're going to be way happier
Okay.
in your home.
Yeah.
If you really wanted to stay in the castle for some reason, we could.
that's
It's just awkward. It's Kel Blanche Bell who wakes you in your sleep. And with her is a man-at-arms, one of the few just regular soldiers that Lord Shacklebrook has. She wakes both of you from your
Bell.
sheriff's beds.
So what do we owe the pleasure?
Bad choice of words. Tristram Basket is dead.
How?
Ripped limb from limb in Lord Shacklebrook's bedroom.
What the fuck?
He woke up this morning. Lord Shacklebrook woke up this morning. And Tristram was in 5 pieces. We need your help.
I can get myself out of bed. Tristan Bell, is he a knight?
No. He's the what do you call it? He's like the housekeeper.
guy.
He's the head butler. Yeah.
Oh, he's the guy who's been, I think,
He's
banging.
He's been doing some overtime.
Yeah.
Okay, what the fuck? How's the Lord?
Not in a good state of mind. He's pretty upset,
right.
but he's okay. He's uninjured.
Let me get my stuff.
How
Does anyone
how can someone be ripped apart and someone in the room not wake up, not notice?
Magic.
maybe Shacklebrook did it.
He's the one who alerted us all. He woke and shouted. He cried into the fort.
Maybe there's a curse on that spell book we brought.
Let's go and take a look.
At 3 HP, and Pigeon, you would have gained another 3 from here.
4 HP, thank you.
Your token says 3. At 4 HP, Pigeon can add another 1 then. And Pigeon at 32 out of 40. Our party heads back to the keep in Shacklebrook, just days after being rescued or rescuing someone from demons. We head in for a murder. And that's the end of our session today.
Fuck yeah, that was great. What a great session. I can't believe I survived that. I need to level up though.
I can't believe you passed 6 charisma checks in a row.
I know. It's unbelievable. Let me roll another one now. I bet I fail it.
He fails
There
it
you go.
immediately.
It was the perfect amount. It was the perfect amount.
All right, let's do your level up.
Yeah.
D.
No
No
HP.
HP. No
No,
HP.
no
Plus
HP.
1 to hit.
+1 to hit. Yep.
And you're level 4?
Yeah, level 4.
No new saving throws. What were we doing with proficiencies?
I think I'm getting them.
I think you got them
Right?
at 3rd, though. Fighters get them at 3. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's literally just
Yeah,
the plus
because
1 to hit.
I took specialization last level. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No non-weapon.
Nope. Non-weapon comes at 3. You have a spare non-weapon sitting around.
Oh, do I?
It's on your skill page.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
Fuck, where were you wanting to learn earlier?
Swimming. No, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I'll have a think about that. See, I forgot about that. Okay. +1 to hit then. Can't argue with that. +1 to hit, -1 AC.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Hopefully
That's
next
a
time I
trade.
can actually make some attacks.
Well, that's
Right.
it for our session, everybody. We'll catch you next time on Hardly Heroes.